Yo, people, welcome back to another episode of World Cup Daily Khanage. And there was very nearly carnage at the end of a couple of those games. My God, what a day to talk about. It's never ending, man. This World Cup is getting better and better and better. And I think we're getting a clearer understanding and picture of the big dog slowly rising the top. We're going to check it all out. We're going to go through it all. I've got some brothers to talk through with me. I've got Bilal, of course, in the building. Bilal, what are you saying, man? Let me just check you. The first thing I do in it, I always check the background picture, what you've got cooking for me. But you've got the Mexicans. I don't know if you chose wisely this time round, brother. I don't know if you got the yellow cards and the fair play stuff worked out. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, no. These are the guys who really qualified for me. Yeah,
okay.
Mexican. This is why I'm bigging them up. I wanted them to do it, man. I'll get them off here in a second. Don't worry. But I just wanted to big them up for now because the energy they brought, right? I wish they started like that in the tournament, man. Because they always talk about Mexico. They call it the fifth game that they always make it to the round of 16. Of course, this time it's not happening because this bogus. Well, to be fair, they conceded the goal anyway, so it didn't make a difference. But Mexico, they showed the energy today, man. And I just thought they were going to do it. It just felt like they were going to do it. Poland, I'm looking at them, not really doing too much. But Mexico, fair play to them. In the end, they tried. But yeah, Saudi Arabia, they said if we're down bad, you're down bad with us.
That's what I'm saying. Yunus said, Saudi really said, you're coming down with me. You know what I mean? No, that was so close to being so mad. But, I'm agreeing with Bilal, man. Like, if Mexico could have started the tournament like this, where was this energy? Where was this passion? Where was this attacking intent? Where was it all? I mean, I know we're going to get into the game specifically, but apart from that, overall, the day was exciting, man. Australia shocked the world. We're going to get into that really soon, but what are you telling me?
Yeah, man. As I said, I was saying on the stream yesterday, I said that this World Cup favors the brave, and those teams that sit back, like you're going to leave the World Cup with regrets, and that's what's happening right now. So interesting how the big boys are starting to be seen.
I agree with you overall. I agree with you, but Poland going through is a stinker, bro. They were so back. Like they couldn't lay a glove on Argentina, man. That's the only team I think that I'm not happy about going through. Everyone else deserves to go through. We're going to look through the games that who deserves and who doesn't. But I guess it's people in the chat. There's over 100 of you. Smash the like button. Let's get going. Everyone smash the like first before we get into the chat. We got a bit of Sven Mislintat chat. Sven Mislintat chat. Hope I said that right. Bilal made me practice a few times beforehand. He's got more experience with this brother because he was let's get the title right. What was he at Arsenal? Was he the director of football or sporting director for a little while?
Not
or
director.
Was he just a chief scout?
Yeah, chief scout. Main guy, maybe finding the transfers because he came in at the same time as Raul Sanyehi from Barcelona, who was a director type. He would come in, help with the contracts as well, and there was another guy as well, Hus Fahmy. So it's like three guys working together. Hus Fahmy normally with the contracts, Sanyehi with the connections with the super agents and stuff, and Mislintat more was that guy who would meant to find a gem and meant to find the next big thing, etc., etc.
Well, the way you said that. I was going to say, the way you said that was meant to, and then you smiled. Me and Moore don't like the look of that, but we will go into his Dortmund record and we'll go into his Arsenal record, and then we'll just assess it from there and what the news has come out today, people. But first, we must start with the World Cup. Noor, the first game of the day was, there's no first game. There's two games going on simultaneously, right? Australia versus... Oh, man, my mind's gone blank. So who was it? Australia versus Denmark?
Denmark.
I mean, I don't know, man. What do you want to tell me about this game, man? Like, Denmark, for me, everyone's talking about Qatar being the flops of the tournament and Wales being the worst team of the tournament. I'm saying Denmark, bro, for me, because certain mans were hyping up Denmark. Bro, they were ugly.
Yeah, no, I said it yesterday. Like, Denmark looked toothless throughout the tournament. They had no reference point up top, no one that you can put like your money on that can get them goals, and we thought that they would struggle. So this game, I had it as 0-0. However, Australia found that clutch gene and produced, and Denmark had no answers, to be honest. Like who's up front for Braithwaite, who went off as well, who had a stinker. Yeah, Denmark looked toothless, to be honest, and slow and old.
100%. I mean, look, if you're going to rely, look at it, there's no pace in that team. What did I say to you guys at the start of the tournament? What did we talk about? Pace and power is needed in the modern day game. Yes, technique will always be a focal point of any team, the technical ability in a team. But to me, this team, you take out Eriksen, right? There's no technique or pace and power in this team. I want to know what's going on. Why were they hyped up so much? Is it because of the record in their previous game?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. Was you bigging them up? Was you one of the people?
No. Listen, I was not bigging them up because I was hearing some ridiculous shouts. I said, loads of people are hyping up Denmark, and I'm thinking, okay, I understand why. On paper, they have what you call a solid team, a solid base to work with. But when you actually break it down, especially for me, I kept saying Yusuf Poulsen not being there like as a mainstay in that up front position, who's always been a target man running the channels. He does such great work for Denmark. I felt like without him, this tournament really playing, it was always going to be a little bit difficult for them just to adjust as a team. And a lot of people had them hyped, man. There was Frank LeBuff, shout out ESPN, I guess, and he said Canada versus Denmark semi-final. I don't know what he was smoking, but he needs to say sorry. He needs to come out and apologize.
There needs to be some apologies.
I don't want to mention names, but we had some people coming on the show here. They were telling us Denmark are going to top the group. This is what I was hearing.
Shit.
The hype was unreal.
Name them.
Saying that? Name them. We need to name and shame here, bro.
I don't want to accidentally criminalize people for maybe something they didn't do, but 100%. I heard a few people saying they're going to top the group, and they might have been guests of the show as well. You never know. So let's not name and shame, but just know there was some people hyping this team to a different level, and they've been found out. That's all to say. And for me, they had their little run, in the Euros. Everything's going well. Obviously, the Eriksen thing happened. We know what happened there. We don't need to really go into it too much. He's recovered now. Thank God.
Exactly.
That's gone. So
big up Christensen. Big up Eriksen. The guy come back from a crazy situation. He's playing at another World Cup, but he's the man in it, bro. Like Noor, if you look about it, like he's the only one with checkers in it. If you're relying on Højbjerg and Jensen and all these brothers, no one showed me nothing, bro. Braithwaite, like we see him do kick-ups to the new camp. You know what I mean? In his introduction video, you know what I'm talking about, innit? Man can do kick-ups. Like, okay, fair play to him. He's done well to even be in this, like to be at this stage for the career he's had. Big up to him every time. But when the push comes to shove and you need to go upper level, because we know what we're going to get from Australia. There's no frills. Australia are no frills. Australia know what they're going to do. They're like militant. They know fit, energy, passionate in every sport that Australia takes seriously, bro. They excel. I'm not gonna lie. This nation is a top sporting nation. So big up any 100%. Australians in the chat every single time, because you guys deserve it, man. Because there was some slander from certain people on my panel, man. Zuberi's not on the scene right now, but he was calling them a cricket team and shit. Like, no, talk to me, bro. They deserve it.
Yeah, 100%. I'll tell you what it is, Grizz. Football nowadays, if your team are not full of technical players or full of PMP, you'll end up struggling. Like if your team is not technically sound, or what Australia was like PMP, strong, powerful, fast, organized, they can produce that. While Denmark, obviously you said that they've got Eriksen and no one else, and the problem is with Eriksen and this aging slow team is similar to the issues that Belgium's got with my man De Bruyne. These guys need runners. They need runners running through the channels, taking up space, running into space. And Denmark don't have that, and so Eriksen then will start to look a very poor player, and De Bruyne is now having a nightmare of a tournament due to that. So if you're not coming with pace and power or technical ability, yeah, you're going to struggle in this nowadays football.
Bro, people are coming for me hard in the chat. Grizz will answer for his Uruguay crime. Grizz needs to speak on Uruguay. Where is Uruguay? Where is Uruguay? Bro, correct me if I'm wrong. Are Uruguay out?
No.
They're still around, man. They're knocking around.
They're still around, bro. Why are you not coming for me today? We haven't mentioned Uruguay. Why are you not like I missed one show last night and you lot coming for Uruguay and me? Calma, we will speak. Today is Australia Day. Michael, talk to me. Thank you very much, man, for coming on last second, man. I know, man, I'm so sorry. You know what I mean? I should give you much more notice, but you're a legend still. Thank you very much first. And secondly, we're on this Australia thing, bro. What is going on in this game? Like, no one, I mean, look, Denmark have been popped, but we thought the cream, hopefully, if there's any cream left, they're going to rise to the top. Surely they're going to put Australia aside and they're going to handle their business. They didn't do nothing, bro, Michael. What's going on?
First of all, big up Australia, big Greek community over there. So,
big up Australia.
I gotta big up my Greeks over there. But now Australia, I think Nerby said it, but that Denmark team is so slow. Like I'm seeing the lineups. I didn't even know Braithwaite played. This is the first time I'm finding out this guy played the whole game. I didn't see him. Eriksen, I'm happy that he's coming home, obviously, because Man United fan, so he gets an extra month of rest. But I said this on Twitter. This Denmark team might actually be worse with him because he slows the tempo so much because he's that kind of player. And since they don't have wingers like Skov Olsen, I was a little high on before the tournament because he's been having a good season for Club Brugge. He was my player to watch for them, but he's been poor. Lindstrom for Frankfurt's a decent player, but he's not quick. He's more of like a 10, so he plays behind the striker. Yeah, the team just looks mid. Miley was getting cooked the whole game for that goal. He got spin twice, left, right. They embarrassed him, and that Australian team just showed up. That Sutar guy, if you cross the ball into the box, he's handling everything.
Yo, no, Michael. I'm gonna switch it to Bilal right now because Zuberi is ducking. Yeah, actually, he's not ducking people. Zuberi's like being the good parent that he is, and his baby's just woke up, so he needs to handle the baby business first. And if he comes back, don't worry, I'm gonna cook Zuberi for some of his opinions. But Bilal, this brother Sutar that Michael's referencing, you had something to say about him. Apologies are needed, bro.
Yeah, you know what? The first day we knew, honestly, we knew nothing about this Australian team, right? So we went through their lineup and we clicked on this guy's name. I was like, yo, I found something. I saw the club name. I saw Stoke City. And then Grizz mentioned him before, like, oh, he's like a 6'8", whatever, giant of a man, massive human being. And I was like, okay, let me just see what team does he play for.
This, man.
Stoke.
Look at this.
Look at the aerial duels, 75% win rate. Like, yeah, monster. And I'm
against Denmark, who are a big team. Against Denmark, who are a big team, to win that much high percentage of high balls ain't a joke. Like you're talking 6 out of 8 aerial duel ones. You're talking 9 clearances, 6 of them headed clearances, interceptions, recoveries. This guy, 24 years old.
Can't mess with Australians, man. They're fighting.
What are we saying, man?
He actually hasn't played a game in so long. Because when I was doing my articles, like Australian players to pick, I almost picked him, and then I picked some young kid that's going to Newcastle from them. But I saw that he hadn't played a game in 2 years until November. He played his first game, and it was like 15-minute appearance, and that's it. So this is like his first real game action in so long. And it's impressive that he's been their best player over the last 2 games, arguably, and it's really impressive.
Yeah,
and he's only 24, so he's got a long future ahead.
I'm thinking, what's going on here? Like, is there something? Can we do something with this guy? I don't know. Is other teams going to be looking at him? Some bigger teams, maybe, because big physical centre backs is what the Premier League's about. And if you can play ball as well, and his passing accuracy wasn't too bad. I don't know. I think Noor, you was a bit funny about Australia as well, and I don't know if I remember correctly, you wasn't really too hyped about them. I think apologies. No, because this is all about football with the humbler, bro. This is a humble show.
You know what?
We're wrong. We got to hold our hands up.
Yeah, you know what is ignorance of a team. Sometimes you end up falling for the trap of writing them off quite early because you don't know. I had no clue about most of the players. So, however, after seeing the first game against France, you saw that what they're bringing to the table. They're bringing guts. They're bringing desire. They're bringing work rate,
Yeah,
speed,
man.
and organization and togetherness. And when you saw that, then you think like they obviously against France they started conceding afterwards, but you saw that they could get some upsets or maybe make things difficult for teams. However, yeah, I'm have to put my hands up and say, yeah, well done to Australia. Might have to go visit there soon.
That's what I'm saying to you, bro. At the end of the day, look, we've discussed the state of Denmark and we've discussed how disappointing and everything they must have been. But yo, who wants to speak about the goal? Because that was a goal worthy of any qualification to the next round, bro. It wasn't a scrappy goal. It wasn't a scruffy goal. It wasn't a fluke, a set piece, and then they just defended. Bro, that was a pure classic counter-attack. Who wants to speak on it?
That's the type of goal that defender should reconsider his life, because the way he got spun left, right, that's absolutely embarrassing. I know Millie because he was really good at the Euro, so he's been like a talked about wing back for the last couple of years, but he got absolutely embarrassed, and it kind of makes sense why he's a wing back and not a regular fullback, because that defending was atrocious, and that's just a quality goal. They scored a decent goal too against Tunisia, if I remember, and even the goal against France was a nicely worked counterattacking goal. So they give me that vibe like a Greece 04. They're just solid, and then they just go on the counter, and they're just playing it. You know, that Greek power is just like maybe infested in them. You know, Greek community over there is really big. You never know. Maybe the spirits are on their side.
Michael's pushing that narrative. I like it. Michael is seeing that Greek spirit with the big community over in Australia, and he's trying to drive that force forward. You know what? I'm not going to lie. The togetherness they're showing, and they're not, you know, no one's speaking on them at the start of the tournament. None of them. Big up Pixelated Pigeon is in the building as well. Big up Shaq, of course, from Australia. He says, come on, Australia. You know what I mean? Big up Shaq, man. How you like that accent? You know what I'm saying? But listen, I don't even know if you guys want to speak much more on this game, because how does this set it up? Does it, you know, Australia proper one expected to go through, right?
They're playing Argentina, right? I believe. So Messi, easy day, or is he gonna get battered? I don't know. I'm feeling a little rugby session there. A bit of war. Australia play hard, man, and honestly, you just have to rate it. And Michael, you're right about the Greek community. I've got cousins living in Australia myself. Listen, they got something, man. All corners of the world, and I'm seeing their fans, man. They got a lot of like crazy support, like a lot of the energy, even in the States as well. I'm seeing, Mike, obviously your side. It's like a lot of people are feeling this World Cup, and these countries where they've not really had the greatest success on the international stage, they're finally starting maybe to believe that they can do something. So I think this World Cup, to be honest, right, I don't know what you guys are thinking. I've loved this World Cup, like way more than the last World Cup. 2014 was good. 2010, I think maybe just because Africa was vibes, but this World Cup here, I'm loving it. One of the best entertainment wise.
Well, again, the next game we're going to go to, that was a I mean, I felt so sorry for Tunisia, man. They done what they had to do. When you look at the lineup of France, right, we know they're going to make hella changes, yeah? So they made their hella changes. I don't know, Bilal, have you got that France and Tunisia game up? Yeah, because they chopped and changed, but we kind of expected that, Michael. They're through. You can't blame them. But Tunisia still thought, okay, job needs to be done. We do our job. And then they didn't expect the other game to play out the way they did, man. That was proper unlucky, right?
Yeah, I mean, to pick up Tunisia, I mean, I don't think they conceded a 1 goal all tournament, but they also scored only 1 goal all tournament. So you kind of need to score some goals, obviously. But the goal was worthy of them advancing. That was a really good goal by Khazri, who has been their main man for pretty much almost a decade now, from his Saint Etienne days. So it was good. But for them,
wait, Michael, sorry to interrupt you. I was shouting this guy out a few days ago. People remember in the chat. I was saying Khazri, they were cooking me. I said in League if you're watching the games since he left Sunderland, yeah, this guy's been cooking, and he knows how to shoot a ball. You know, the North African guys. But sorry for interrupting, Michael.
Yeah, and then this Leidouni guy, a lot of people have been bigging him up like the last week. They said that he was a couple like AFCON people I know. They said that he was gonna have a really good tournament, and I actually think he was probably their best player throughout the whole tournament, pound for pound. So they got something cooking. Obviously, AFCON's next year, so they maybe have something to look forward to. Hannibal Mejri is going to be more developed by then. I was a little sad to not see him get more minutes because he's obviously from my academy, but they played decent. Obviously, only conceded 1 goal, you have something of a structure to go on forward, so they could just think of it in the positives that way. And obviously, they're going to feel hard done by because Australia literally scored like 45 seconds after they did, which is absolutely what the World Cup's all about, just drama, which is what's going to be these next couple of days. But it is what it is. As for France, Camavinga at left back, a couple people on my timeline have said this for a couple of months that he should be a left back, and having that good of a rating, maybe Ancelotti needs to think about something over there. Maybe get him in over Ferland Mendy at left back. But yeah, France, I didn't really think of that much about them today. It's the backups.
Yeah, look, Noor, what are we saying about their backups? Because if there's a few injuries, I mean, look, we're not going to go OTT on France because we got to remember some of these are the backups to the backups. Because you got to remember they've got 5-6 injuries in the first place, right? Or 4-5, maybe something like that. So we don't need to go too deep on them. They knew the mission. They knew they'd done their job. They handled their business already. But just a very quick thing on them before I want to go back to Leyduni. Michael mentioned him, and someone else mentioned me to me as well, and said this guy is being one of the performers undercover. We're going to look at his stats in a minute, but just the overall sense of the French team. Like, look, Ibu was immense again, but take out Ibu, everyone else was just dog piss, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Michael just skipped over Veranda.
Hey, bro, this game don't matter to him. Nah, bro, he's a World Cup winner. This game don't mean nothing to us. Nah, we're ready for the knockouts. Don't worry about us. We gotta save ourselves from injury. We can't be engaging in tackles, man. Nah.
Varane did look like a backup of a backup, especially for that goal that what was he doing? Like he didn't engage, nor did he cut off the pass or the run. And France, it's nothing too big. Like, you need chemistry as well. These guys are probably playing together for the first time, most of them. However, I liked some aspects of Fofana, like and also Camavinga. Yeah, he did well. But other than that, Konate obviously had a monstrous game. Like, he just looked like a freaking beast, bro. He looked like he belonged. He looked like that he was guiding Varane throughout the game.
Yeah, he saved him a hell of times. Look, people are saying Konate is a French number one. I think he's got a question mark, man. Like, Deschamps got questions to, like, I don't know. What do you think, guys? When it comes around to the knockout stages and he's got to pick a team, he's got to pick a centre-back pairing. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Like, let's get a neutral.
Varane's the first name on that team sheet, just because he's the captain of the defense, just from that perspective.
And then
I'm fine with Konate or Upa. Upamecano is obviously better on the ball than Konate, in my opinion, but Konate gives you more safety in defense because I think he's a better covered defender. So I don't know. It's up to Deschamps. You can't really go wrong with both. Saliba's obviously not in the discussion because Konate and Upa are ahead of him in the pecking order. But I think if you play a team that's going to really be good in attack, so let's say against Argentina or Brazil, you should absolutely go with the likes of Konate because he gives you more assurance in defense. But against like a Poland, you can start Upa because they're going to dominate that ball. And I think Upa gives them much better progressive passing. So it's just like a flip switch, like game by game basis.
Don't get me wrong. I'm fine with what's his name starting. Konate not starting because, injuries and rest.
Yeah.
But he's shown the world today that, bro, this guy is a force to be reckoned with years to come, right, Bilal? You see that. And now you see why when people talk about Saliba being clear, I say, yo, there's a conversation to be had. I rate Saliba like that. I rate him. But don't say he's clear and all this business because Konate is a different type of player. We know that. Yeah. But imagine them as a partnership right there. Like Varane, like Saliba could be the new Varane, yeah, in terms of ball playing, reading the game. And Konate, look, I rate him much higher than Upamecano, but that's just me.
Yeah, no, I agree. But just going back to Varane, I honestly think at this point, right, when Varane gets skinned or something I'm not surprised. Really, is anyone really surprised? It's just a name value of Varane that everyone's just holding him up to. But he's not been the same guy for years now. And for me, like, if Deschamps was a proper brave man, obviously he's not even using Varane anyway as that first choice. But like, fully, yeah, just bench the guy, man. He's their fourth choice centre back for me. If I was the manager, I wouldn't even consider starting him unless I had everyone dead, pretty much. But that's just me. I'm not gonna lie. I think Varane. I know Michael said leader and all of that. I just don't even get those vibes from him. I just get someone.
2018 wasn't there, man. 2018, we led their defense.
I don't see
Yeah, no,
leadership from him.
2018,
He's
bro,
very quiet.
2022, man.
He needed,
he's a
he
quiet
needed,
guy. He's not so he just flimsy, man. I feel and when you add to his ability now as a player, he's regressed. Yeah, I don't think it's a good look for him to just keep playing. But obviously, as I said, Khanage, Upamecano, that's the two there. And it makes sense. We talk about club relationships, right? As I've said, listen, if you're a manager and you can abuse club relationships, like the Busquets, Pedri, Gavi, use it because it plays to your advantage in international tournament. And Upamecano and Khanage have played with each other for years at Leipzig. They know each other very well. So it's a great partnership to have still for France. They played together in the under-21s, etc. So let them continue up, man.
Do you know what it is? Look, can you click on this Lay Downey brother? Because someone else told me about this Lay Downey brother, man, and saying, yo, this one is one to look out for. He was a man possessed, bro. This guy was so good. So obviously, I have no idea about him. I'm assuming none of you guys knew about him as well, or did you? If anybody did, please make your noise now. Because this guy, man, he was like a man possessed. He outshone Chouameni, Vertu, and my boy Yusuf Fofana. People are coming for my boy Yusuf Fofana. How are you expecting him to just perform in his first game in a crack lineup, no tactics? Guendouzi playing as I don't even know what Guendouzi was playing as. Why are you talking about Fofana? I don't even know what position he was playing. Get this guy off for a second. Let me see who that striker was. I don't even know who that striker was, man. Who's that striker, people? Who's Muani?
Oh, he plays for Frankfurt. He was Nkunku's replacement.
But that's what I'm saying. So people are coming from Yusuf Fofana as a young midfielder, and all these other players put in like dead performances, man. But here's what it is, innit? Look, talk about Fofana like I'm not going to talk about. Of course I'm going to talk about Fofana. He didn't have a great game. He was awful.
He's a good player still, though. Really good.
No, but who was not awful? Who was not awful in that game? Come on, man. You guys, man.
But they were never going to play good. France were never going to play good today. Like you knew that before you got into the game. So what are we expecting? Even their best 11, that first team that Deschamps puts together, normally they don't play great football. But so imagine these guys playing all together, just mishmash and just getting
especially midfield, bro. Together. That midfield, France midfield doesn't play good unless Griezmann's involved, like linking up the play or Pogba's there, and neither of them were there today, obviously. So, like, Vertu, that guy's there. I don't know. He's there for like other reasons. Yeah. Because that guy's not there to play football. He's not good.
If ever, Deschamps wanted a player like playing in his own mode, like this guy is dead, man. Like, what is this guy? What does he do well? I don't know. You're gonna come out with some analysis that you're gonna say, no, you know what, he's technical, and I'm gonna block you.
I'm not. Like, I saw nothing from him. That's the problem. You know, with that midfield that they had, Guendouzi wasn't taking up the positions that Griezmann would have, and so that created like a stagnation in midfield. Like they didn't know what to do, where to go. And this guy, I was so baffled. I was thinking, where is he playing? I'm seeing him in a left back position, Cavaminga bombing on, and he's just covering that most of the time. And I was like, who is he? I have never seen him play.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I prefer not to speak. Oh no, go on then. No. Actually,
no, you're gonna speak. No, I'm gonna make you speak. Ash says Varane stopped being a Rolls Royce in 2019. Yeah, man. Allow Michael, you need to please stop this Rolls Royce chat with the Man United.
I never called him a Rolls Royce. I haven't called him a Rolls Royce.
I was one of
he used to be a Rolls Royce.
Varane before his bad injuries was the Rolls Royce of defenders. He was a bad man. He had, I think, a young Varane before his injuries had the potential to be one of the greatest centre backs ever.
It was baby real. He was like a baby real. But for me, like Varane, even when I look at Man United's current center backs, he's the first center back I'm replacing in terms of like the starters after, like obviously Maguire and them. But I'm already looking at Varane, like replacements in terms of the future. Like Kim and Jay, I would love him on my club right now, and I keep Varane in like big games because for me, he's the type of guy that like you could trust in the big game because he'll lead by example in that aspect, and he's proven that this year when he plays next to Alessandro. But I'm not gonna call him like. He's not like a top 5 center back in the world anymore. I'm not gonna go that far. He's not a Rolls Royce because he even on the ball he's not that good. Like I'm the biggest advocate for him not being good on the ball, but he's still like dominant when he played in like a low block. Like when you have to defend your box, I trust Varane to clear that ball no matter what.
More than Harry Maguire. More than Harry
Maguire, bro. More than Harry Maguire, bro. My Harry Maguire's gonna trip on his own feet one time.
You guys are being scarred. Maguire,
But you know
man, come
what?
on, respect my
You know
guy.
you say about Harry Maguire, but obviously we're not going to talk about it today. But bro, he ain't put a foot wrong so far, man. Man's balling out there, man. You lot guys, maybe it's your system, maybe it's your coach. I don't know, man. You need to get
Nah,
the
nah,
best
nah,
out
nah,
of
nah,
Maguire.
nah,
That's
nah,
what
nah,
we're
nah,
gonna
nah,
say.
nah, 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 bro. Yo, I'm happy he's playing good though. That price is going up. Top bully. I know you're watching, man. Top bully. January move. I know, bro. I know you're looking
Oh,
at
three
it.
at the back. Maguire,
It's fine.
Koulibaly. Oh,
Another
Thiago
centre back
Silva.
for Chelsea.
Whoa.
Come on, man.
They love
Chelsea,
center
man,
backs, man.
cooking.
That's Chelsea heritage. Center backs.
But listen, we need to speak on well, go on. What was you going to speak on? Because you said if I speak in trouble, I want you
Yeah,
to get in trouble.
no. But it's about guys like Veretout, man. They're in France,
what you're
man.
trying to say.
I'm telling you, the quota of certain dons that got to be in the squad, but I prefer not to speak. If you know, you know.
Okay,
If you know, you know.
yeah. Let's keep that one moving still. But sorry, what was that next game I was going to go to? I've lost my train of thought. But yeah, look, Tunisia done their business. It's another massive shock, but not a massive shock, if you know what I mean, because of the changes in lineup. Because of the changes in lineup, because of the other game not working out the way it did. But then we come to the evening games, people. Oh man, I had high hopes for Saudi, man. I'm not gonna lie. I had high hopes for Saudi. I thought the way Mexico being, I thought Mexico looked passive. Mexico looked hard to beat, but Mexico don't look attacking. Mexico haven't got no striker. Mexico are relying on Lucky Lozano. And that Vegas has looked good. Vega, he looks good. But there's nothing through the center. Today they looked a different animal, man. They had Saudis packed.
Yeah, you know what? You got to put a bit of blame on Saudi leadership because these guys rewarded these guys a bit too early, man. After that Argentina game.
Oh, yeah, I'll take those Rolls Royces back. I've been saying it still.
Yeah, man. Like they should have just waited until they qualified from the group and then announced this stuff. And because players tend to relax, and I think Saudi started to relax and believe their own hype a little bit, and stop doing what made them successful in the Argentina game. But again, another team that looks like they waste chances and are a little bit toothless up front. No one to scare you, man. Saudi, yeah, man, it was a big disappointment today. Mexico, on the other hand, came out firing, came out fiery. They were on it. They knew
they
what
had
they had
to, though,
do.
right? They had to. They had to.
Yeah, that's the only thing. They knew what they had to do, and so they came out. But as I said, like if you're not brave in the beginning parts of the game, the tournament, it can come back and bite you in the bum, which it has. So, yeah, credit to Saudi for sticking through it and getting that goal and dragging Mexico out with them.
Yeah, nah, listen, Mexico looked a different beast, totally different beast. What disappointed you, Michael, about the Saudi? Because I think they caught in a catch-22 situation. They only needed a draw, right, at the start, and that's always messes with your head. You don't know how to deal with a game. Whereas Mexico knew, all guns blazing. We ain't got no other choice. We've messed up in the previous two games. We need to go out all guns blazing. And they showed what they can do when they go out guns blazing, right?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we saw Ecuador yesterday. That draw, they needed a draw, and it cost them. And that's the trickiest spot. It's the trickiest spot. It's always a tricky spot. Even in club football, when you're Champions League, you have that one draw. It's always a tricky situation to be in. And Saudi again got caught in it, and they just, like Nurbi said, bro, they got rewarded too early, and they started believing in their own hype. We all gassed them up because once you beat Argentina, you're like, yo, Mexico and Poland, you should at least be beating one of those two to get through the group. And another team's going to be facing the situation tomorrow in Japan, unfortunately. And I hope they don't go outside like Saudi Arabia went out today. But it's sad for them, but at least Saudi can somewhat, I know Asian Cup is coming like next year. So they have something to look forward to like Tunisia have for AFCON. And just, I don't know, just hope that they play a lot better and they stay more composed like in the final third, because I feel like in the final third they weren't composed enough. The Poland game, they probably should have been up 1-0. They missed a penalty against Poland, which could have changed the game, so unlucky in that aspect. As for Mexico, their heritage showed up a little bit today. They were that close. They were so close. And that free kick goal by that Chavez guy, that's probably going to win goal of the tournament. That's a golazo and a half. But Mexico, they're full.
Do you know what? We needed a free kick to light up the World Cup. We've had a scissor kick. We've had a last minute winners or last minute equalizers. We needed a free kick, and Bilal, these are one of those ones where you just, you don't need to you don't even need to, you need to pump up the volume, right? And just hear the sound of that ball hit the back of that net. Whoosh. Because that was a knockout blow. I know Chavez is like a famous boxer. People know they're boxing. Because that was one heavy punch, that was.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yesterday, we had the Rashford's one, and I'm thinking...
Yeah, but Rashford was... Rashford's one
easier.
was a bit... It was a bit of a curler. The keeper was Ward. Say no more.
Big tax. No, this one was a proper free kick, like far out, technique, top right, left foot, everything you'd love about a free kick. And when it went in, whoa, the house just like the energy, everything, mate, were coming, man. And that's when I thought heritage is happening here. This is heritage. We know about Saudi Arabia. They played some nice football, pretty stuff. They got their Rolls Royces. Their managers shouting in the dressing room, but it's not enough. It's not enough to get past Mexico.
The translator's also yelling in the dressing room. Not just the manager. The translator's yelling at
the translator, man. That translator is a real tactician in that team. They're saying, man, this is what I'm hearing.
He does one bad. He mistranslates one thing, bro. If I speak. No.
Surely the players, some of them understand English.
Most of them.
Like, imagine an angry French man shouting in English. It's just funny. And then he's getting translations in Arabic. Like, the dynamics are just funny in that.
Bro, the dynamics. I need to see. We get like inside different inside videos. Like you see them afterwards. I want to see them now. This could be epic. I want to see inside that dressing room every time that French manager is shouting. This could be wild, man. You're right. The dynamics, like people looking at each other, like, what do you say? What do you say? What do you say? What's he saying? What's he saying? The mix up in the mix up in sort of instructions was wild, but it kind of showed, man. Because it's like Saudi Arabia didn't know how to do with it. Like they had the support, but they didn't have the game plan. They didn't know whether to go forward, because we see when they were front foot in their previous games, they make a hell of chances. They play the nicest football. This one was stick or twist. Man like Kall, who I thought he looks like a special talent, man, this Kall. I know he didn't show it today, but I think he's one to keep an eye on in terms of, I don't know if there's any teams looking at him or whatnot, but did you guys see him stand out? I see him stand out. Okay, he's 28.
My guy was the goalkeeper had a really good tournament, and Abdul Hamid, the guy in the midfield, I thought he was really good today and throughout the whole tournament. He's still young, 23 years old, so obviously the passing is not that good.
Did anyone stick out for you? Anything? No one can hear us.
Yeah, man. It's just like you guys are just cutting out. I don't know if I'm cutting out.
No, are we cutting out?
Yeah, I think it's on your side. Yeah, must be.
Yeah, it's on my side. But Saudi. Yeah, it's difficult to play in a situation where it's you just need a draw. Especially, I don't think they know how to play for a draw, so they're a little bit, confused as to what to do. The coach probably told them to play for the draw, and they didn't know how to go about it because they probably haven't practiced it or ran enough training sessions on it. So it is what it is. The game that they failed at was against Poland. That's the way they should have taken some of their chances that they had. And
they needed to do something in that. You're spot on. People are saying Argentina's route to the final looking good. We're going to look at the route. We're going to look at the We're going to look at the action in a bit. Sort of the fixtures in a bit. But obviously we got one more. Oh, Saudi got injuries. I didn't even know. What, they got some major players injuries. I didn't even know. But. Yeah, go on. No, try jump in, jump out if you're still messing. If it's still bugging for you, jump in, jump out. If it is, if it's not, cool. Next game was obviously the Messi fixture. Argentina had to come good. Do you know what, Bilal? As soon as I see that lineup, as soon as I see the Argentina lineup, and they picked that midfield, I said, and they picked a certain Alvarez up front. I said, yeah, Argentina looking to get serious in the tournament. It's time. To give this brother Messi some support and some technical ball handlers in this team. I thought, let's go.
Yeah, no, 100%. When I looked at the lineup as well, I think the only confusing thing was why no Lisandro. that for me,
Okay, fair enough.
Should have started 100%. But
do you know
yeah,
what? Can I say something? Sorry to butt in. It's like Michael's point about Varane and France. He's always going to pick Otamendi. I don't agree with it. You don't agree with it. Probably a lot of Argentinians don't agree with it.
I'm not even mad about Otamendi. It should not be Romero ahead of Lisandro.
No. Romero, match fitness is the only problem with him. Serious.
Nah. Lisandro's a better center back than that guy, man. And he's better in building up play as well, which I think Argentina still struggle a little bit in from the back.
I'll let you two argue, Arsenal, Man United. I'm saying there's not much to choose. You know why? When you're playing Poland, you need some height in that team, bro. You need some height.
Yeah, it was good for this match. We'll see against Australia who starts.
You know, I know he's a butcher, but these guys are big animals. Yeah, you understand? He ain't going to be able to butcher them up easily. So that's why they call him Cuti Romero. Yeah, that's why Cuti was selected. Billa, what are you saying? Okay, well, you. What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
What do you mean? To be honest, I looked at that lineup before the game. Even I said one half of the Sevilla Chuckle brothers was out the team. Molina came in. I was like, okay, it's looking a little bit good. Rodrigo de Paul still there, fair enough. But for Enzo, is doing his thing in there. And then my boy McAllister. So now we're talking. That's a serious midfield. I had to put McAllister up there, and then some guys are cooking me about my green screen. I'm changing pictures. Listen, I've got hella agendas to run, but McAllister, what a player, man. What a player. Every week for Brighton, I'm watching him. I'm just like, wow, what a player. The way he can play, he could probably play 6, 8, 10, probably play out wide. What a player. Like, he's so intelligent, so good. And even today, the goal that he scored, so big him up 100%. And you're 100% right, Grizz, about Julian Alvarez, because Lautaro, for all of his good stuff, he's hot and he's cold.
I'm ready to say fraud. I don't often use that phrase.
Oh, welcome to the
I'm ready to say fraud.
I've been there since 2020. That guy is not good.
Me too. But people kept telling me something different. People keep saying, no, bro, you only see Premier League. Are you mad? Are you telling me I only watch Premier League? Bro, man gets paid to watch football and talk about football. I watch everything. My living depends on watching football. I see Lautaro for 2 years, and I've been watching this, bro. And everyone's been saying Lautaro Martinez is the next big thing from Argentina. We need him. It's not him, bro. I don't know if Zuberi's in the Zuberi's in the building. We've been chatting about a whole heap of stuff.
Big up, man. Yeah. I think I jumped in at the right time, man. Yeah, salutations, beloved.
No, you got. Let me tell you, you got gunned.
Who got gunned?
Lucky. You're lucky, bro.
You're lucky, and you know why you're lucky.
By the
How am I lucky?
By the Socceroos.
How am I lucky? The Socceroos.
Bro, you're talking about Australia being cricket team and rugby team and that. You're talking about Sutar being a prop end, or how you call it, linebacker, whatever he was calling it. Bro, Australia's dunked on you, bro, and your prediction. First, I don't know if you've got anything to say to the Australians. I hope you have, because I've got a lot of Australian subscribers and followers and everything. So we're going to keep it humble and real.
That cricket kit is dope, that test cricket kit. It's clean. I like it. Nah, that man came out, man. That man handled business, unlike certain people. Certain people didn't really handle business. And that's just where it is, man. What can you do? Football is a humbler. So every day people stick chests out. They got their chest puffed. It's all good. Australia did their thing. Denmark. Look, man, there's certain teams.
Australia played like it was the Ash. Yo.
Some of their tackles.
Yeah. What happened though is there are certain teams in this World Cup, right? Flawless defense, nothing on the offense, or they'll have like good defense, good offense, nothing in the midfield. It's almost like there's no real complete team besides France. And
are you that's just what it is today? Are you saying that after today? Because you've skipped the French bit as well. Conveniently, you've skipped the French chat as well.
I mean, I can touch on it real quick. I can touch on it real quick and just tell you what it was. So what it was is, I believe Camavinga was left back, which we know that's not really his position. And then some idiot from Arsenal, Guendouzi, they sell him.
Marseille player, yeah, he's not a player, man.
Yeah, I don't even know what he was doing out there today. So they had like 3 midfielders on the pitch that is anti-football. They offers nothing going forward, offers nothing in defense. So they're literally just standing in the middle of the park. They did nothing today. Nothing. You notice when the substitutions were made, Tunisia couldn't get out their own half. So that just says a lot about what it is. I think the coach just said, you know what, man, we're just gonna rest up. We don't need to go for goal scoring records and none of that good stuff. We'll do either way. So let's chill out. So that's what it was, man. And for I jumped in on the Martinez talk.
Yeah, we're into the Argentina chat right now. So let's
I want to share something with you, man, real quick. So this morning I woke up and I went on YouTube and there's like this guy from United. I didn't even remember his name because I'm pretty sure he deleted that video. So he's going around and talking about how Lautaro Martinez is the perfect striker for United with Bruno in the 8 and Rashford and Anthony. And I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, is he just now hearing this name? Is the World Cup the reason why he's talking this smack? Because if he knows anything about football, this is not the guy for United. But then I went back down. I'm like, you know what? Let them get him. Let them get him off a hype, and he'll just set them back like 10 years. So this dude has never been it. Never. I don't respect no striker that comes up against a defender. I don't care if he's number 1 or 2nd or thereabouts in the top 3, and pull brakes on him. Like, yeah, no, I'm not. I don't even want them smoke. Yeah, that guy gets no respect for me. But credit to Argentina, man. They dragged their legend or legend-ish through the game and through to the next round, man. That's what football is.
Yo, listen. I don't know about you guys. Come through. Who wants to speak on this game? Because I was waiting. So look, without being a flip-flop, I'm going to give a flip-flop comment now, right? Because this is what you do, innit? You watch football and you see what's going on and you assess and you wait for the coaches to pick the right selection and the right formations and the right tactics, and then you base your opinions. And I've been screaming that, saying that this Argentina coach is not doing the right thing by Messi and not doing the right thing by Argentina. Noor, Bilal, Michael, as I said, I see the lineup and I see something. And now I see a revival of this Argentina. And they looked so dominant. Because look, Poland are not great, but very rarely do you see Poland nullified to an extent where it was pure, utter domination, territorially, possession-wise, shots on target. Even when they were coasting, like, I don't know what you guys think. I thought it was quite the performance from Argentina.
Yeah, it was a masterstroke.
Yeah,
go on.
Sorry, I should have directed that. Let's go Bilal first. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say quickly. No, literally, yeah, Argentina, they look good in that sense. You have to build a team around Messi. You have to play to his strengths now, which is somebody he needs to have an ability just to roam around, be free, pick up those pocket of spaces, which Messi's the best at doing. And then when you start playing guys like obviously Di Maria still got it in him, and then Julian Alvarez with a good midfield behind him for a base to actually control the game, 100%. But I would say, just pinch of salt, it is Poland. But the thing is now, if you look at the round of 16 games, and I think I'll get a picture up for us to look at, a lot of these big teams, right, or big countries or big favorites, they're going to get quite favorable games in the round of 16. So it looks like the quarterfinals, semi-finals, the semi-finals right now is looking like a real possibility for Argentina at this moment in time. So if they continue just being solid, going about their way, it's tournament football, man. As long as they can somehow crawl to the final and maybe do something, you never know.
Noor, what was you going to say, bro? Because I hear that. I like the solid, and I like what Bilal was saying about the solid. I like the ball handlers. Remember, we spoke about you have to have ball handlers in the team. Remember, I like that phrase. I can't remember who I need to big up. Who said ball handlers? Someone said ball handlers, and I said, yeah, I need to respect. Oh, it was Toby on the Big Six. I said, yeah, we hear ball carriers, technicians, wherever, but we need this Argentina team ain't got no one who's handling the ball nicely. You know what I mean? And now they added McAllister and Enzo. You've probably got, and I don't want to go overboard here, people. Let me know if I'm going overboard. But you probably got two of the finest ball handlers around right now in Enzo and McAllister, and it made a hell of a difference.
Yeah. Enzo playing at the 6 was a masterstroke, and pushing McAllister, which I didn't know he had it in him, but pushing him further forward to help out on the left side. and getting into the box was a masterstroke as well. And yeah, as you said, they controlled it because all three of them, apart from De Paul a little bit in the beginning, he had some bad touches, but they could handle the ball. They were comfortable in possession. They were, press resistant anytime they were pressed. They could handle that. They could handle those situations. And so Enzo really impressed me, though, because he's got very good defensive instincts, coupled away with some of his, passing, and that ball he gave for Alvarez, peach. Like, everyone was thinking he's going to put it to the side for who was on the wing. I can't remember who it was, but he just chipped it into Alvarez, controlled it, boom, top bins. So yeah, Enzo really, really impressed me today.
Michael, you want to speak upon these two players in midfield? Look, Rodrigo De Paul, not for me. I don't know if you want to big him up today. Maybe.
Nah, I ain't bigging that guy. Nah, that guy's there just running around. He ain't doing anything else.
Okay, so maybe you want to speak upon the other two, because we're going to come to Messi. I'm going to leave Messi to Zuberi because he said legendish, and I want to know why.
I got cooked yesterday in the comments too. I said Messi must rise. He did rise today, even though he did miss a pen. So I'll give.
No, we're gonna save that segment. We're gonna save that segment. But you want to speak about these two? Yeah. I call them ball handlers of the highest caliber.
I like that term. Mix a little basketball in with football. But Enzo Fernandez, if you guys know me, I don't belong to Grizz, you know me. I've been singing this guy's praises for time now. I'm ready for Man United, bro. When this Apple stimulus comes in, we gotta go drop the bag. Dubai comes in, whoever comes in, we gotta go drop that 150 mil for Enzo, whatever the release clause is, and he needs to come to Old Trafford immediately, expeditiously. This guy needs to come to Old Trafford. As McAllister, Brighton are one of the best teams to watch, and this guy with a Scottish last name, but he's playing in Argentina. That's how good he is. Even the Scottish, they had to bring him over, even though he's Scottish. But so good. And I would still play Enzo in the 8, and I would play Rodrigo De Paul in the 6 personally, because I think Enzo just being in the 6 kind of holds him back a little bit. I think his best play is as a box-to-box, as an 8, progressing into the final third, because his final third passing is absolutely exquisite. Julian Alvarez, I'm with you about I think this guy's a much superior player than Lautaro Martinez. Not just as a footballer, even as a striker, he's a better finisher. Because we saw Lautaro, he actually could have sent Poland home, but he missed that shot. He dragged it like 5 yards wide. That just shows you how inconsistent he is. So yeah, and the one thing, the left back, we saw a bunch of times. Messi, we all know Messi loves that pass to the fullback, left back. Him and Jordi Alba, that was like a cheat code. It's like a GTA 5 cheat code. That's what it was like. Acuna, his first touch is a little inconsistent, but I know Tagliafico is not better than Acuna. But I know Umir talked about it like in Twitter, like he's Julian Alvarez drifting a little more to the left, and Messi playing that switch might be something that the coach needs to look at to kind of create more consistent chances. But they do look good. This was by far our best performance, but like Bilal said, asterisk, because Poland did not come there to play football. I don't know what they were trying to do, but it was not football.
Zuberi. A couple of things that I wanted to get your opinion on. What did you make of the game today? What did you make of the Argentina performance? I called it of the coming of age. I called it the game from a coach's point of view and the setup point of view and the hunger and everything point of view. For me, it was one of the best performances as a team. I'm not ready to say Poland are that shit like some of the others are saying. I think Poland can be hard to beat. And that's why, for me, the total domination suggests to me Argentina are finally looking like one of the favorites that they were at the start of the season. People in the chat, don't forget to keep liking the stream as you come and enter. We're going to be coming on to Sven Mislintat chat and all other things around Trent and Jude pictures and on holiday and shit. You know, when I called Holiday World Cup. We're going to come to that as well, but we need to speak on Argentina right now. Zuberi.
There's two teams in a football game. I don't know why you man acting like there's only one team in a football game. How can you guys be so one-sided? Where's the smoke for Poland to think they have the balls to go up against Argentina and hold these men to a 0-0 draw? That's literally Poland's game plan. All right, they got Szczesny in goal, who's looking like, let's be honest, man is looking unstoppable out here or unbeatable out here.
Yo, big up that penalty save.
Yo,
Talk about that penalty as well. What is going on?
Okay. Let's run it back. I thought we're not going to talk about it because it didn't end up crucial in the end, right? It wasn't.
No. But you have to start the story there because it's two teams.
Okay, start the
just
story
mention it. I just don't understand these referees, man.
If I speak on what they're trying to do, we don't know.
Allow that Messi.
It was a penalty.
No, not for Messi.
No.
I was going to say.
It's for the other guy too. They're trying to put that certain final in together. We all know what they're trying to do because that guy.
Wait, is that the plan? Wait.
That's the plan.
Run me that.
That's the plan.
Let me take the floor. So, to talk on Argentina and Messi and all of this good hype, we have to just keep it 100 and talk about the other team in a sense of their game plan suited what Argentina agenda was. Argentina had to come out and do the madness. And Poland literally came on and be like, nah, we're going to hold these men to a 0-0 draw. We haven't scored a goal all tournament, so we can do it. Third time was not a charm for them. So I think the setup flattered Argentina, gave Argentina room to come on to them. The same way France did. France gave that other team room to come on to them. I mean, 90 minutes of just holding out Messi and Argentina and McAllister and these ball handlers or ball carriers, which you want to call them, Grizz. McAllister was always that. We said this in the first game. He was missed. He was needed to do what he needed to do. Talk about Messi, legendary-ish. Yeah, we're gonna have to call it what it is. What is the definition of the GOAT? The greatest of all time? That means there's no one else. He is number one. He's number one in certain categories, certain stats. Yeah, we'll give him that. But we can't just run around calling man the greatest of all time. We got to put greatest of all time in what? Because you can't be the greatest of all time if you ain't. I'm just saying, you can't call man the greatest of all time if man ain't lifting this trophy at the end of this tournament. We're going to have to be like the greatest of all time in the Barcelona shirt.
Oh shit. Anybody want to come in there? I mean, I don't know. Are you guys just gonna sit there?
He's not my GOAT, so I don't really care.
Messi's my GOAT, but it's one of those ones, right? If someone says to me, my definition of the greatest of all time, someone who's won the World Cup, led his team to the World Cup, then cool. I'm not going to argue with it because at the end of the day, it's subjective. And I think if someone says to me, Maradona's the GOAT because he's done the World Cup, Zidane's the GOAT, it is what it is, you know. Like I can't really argue. Like Messi, until he wins it, it's always going to be over his head. But for me, he is the greatest player I've ever seen. So there's that.
Mr. Nubis, you have the best background picture today. You have the best. You have the one, and it makes complete sense. The dream continues. Today, I'm very quickly going to give my opinion on today because Zuberi wants to start a war, and I ain't ready for a war right now. You know what I mean? So today, Messi misses a penalty, and people like Michael and Zuberi are getting gassed because they want to see Messi fall and fail and all of them things. Yeah, but Messi put on a class show really after that. Really good today. Kings don't let their heads fall like that, man. He thought, what? Argentina just missed a penalty? Bro, he ran things for the rest of the remainder of whatever it was, 60 minutes. I don't know exactly what it was, but some of his playmaking skills, I guess they are talked about, but I think even if you take away his goals and stats, numbers, if someone just made a whole heap of compilation about his playmaking ability, you'd say, yo, this guy is elite. Am I right? Because the dream continues.
Today was his best performance, even though he didn't score a goal. Like today, he was better than he was against Mexico and Saudi Arabia. Like he was running the show today, and I'll give him credit for that. And he is the best player I've ever seen from a talent. But I'm never gonna deny that. He's just not my GOAT because he's not the man that made me fall in love with football.
And that's fine.
That's where personal. I come from.
Exactly. That's personal. That's personal.
I only want to see him just some fanboys. But if he wins the World Cup, he deserves it. He deserves to win the World Cup. I'm not gonna say he doesn't deserve to win it. But he was absolutely immense today. He ran that show. He dictated. He was basically he's the quarterback of that Argentina team. That, like I said, that passed. He kept switching it to the left. It's just continuous, and you can't stop it because there was so much space. Matty Cash, defend your zones, man. You were leaving that space for Acuna all day. And if that was a better fullback or a wing like a Julian Alvarez was there, it wasn't going to be 2-0 Argentina. It could have been 4-5. Like he was absolutely immense today. And I know a lot of people say he was mid today. Like like even without the goal, like he was the man of the match in my opinion. Like he was absolutely immense today. And if he continues this kind of form, obviously against Australia, it shouldn't really be needed. But against quarterfinals, semifinals, they might actually win the whole thing if he plays like he did today.
We're gonna look at a route in very next. We're gonna look at a route, but no, the dream continues. Talk to me.
Let's talk about the pen, guys, because like I've been having this discussion inside the WhatsApp groups. I think it was a pen, and the reason why I think it was a pen is like the keeper didn't touch the ball, yeah, and I've been calling this out for so many years since Grizz. You remember when we went to the Etihad and Mane was through on goal, and he slightly chipped. What's his name in goal? Edison, yeah, Edison, and the ball hit, like Edison then took him out. The ball hits the post, and Mane's out of the game. And I was like, bro, if he didn't take him out, Mane could have got that rebound and scored the goal. So I don't understand why, if it's outside the box, they give these kind of penalties, like a follow through, or the ball is gone. Like a defender could hoof it inside the box, and the striker can come take him out afterwards, and yeah, free kick instead of being a throw in or a corner. So why can't they stick to that? You lot tell me, man.
Okay, if you want to just address that first, I think you've given two different scenarios. I think in this scenario, there's no goal scoring opportunity for the player involved. The ball's out of play. It's just a natural, what's the word? Natural continuation. Reaction. Yeah, it's a natural continuation of an event, I guess, or move, or it's just there's nothing that can be stopped there or done. If the ball was still in play, yeah, and then knocks the player out, then you've got a case, I think. I'm not sure what the other guys think, but in this scenario, there's no case, man, as far as I'm concerned. Everything can make you look like a physical assault if you play it that slow motion. Did you see them play in slow motion? You can't be doing that, man. Sheza, my boy Sheza, had only eyes for the ball.
I don't understand how you can look at that in slow-mo and then give a penalty. At the time, it's not a penalty. Then you look at it and then you give a penalty. Yeah, I don't get it.
Now, here's the thing what you guys are missing. So, the fact that he missed the ball, that's the deciding factor. Because his hand is actually in front. So, the ball is coming in, and this is his hand. Had he touched the ball, he would have obviously still made contact with the face. But he missed the ball. Once you're going for the ball as the goalkeeper, it's always going to be a pen if you don't touch the ball. So even if momentum is going to carry you into the player, that's why you have to make contact with the ball. If you miss the ball, trust me, I'm like a backup keeper. I know this stuff. If you're going to go for the ball, you have to get a fingertip. You can't just miss the ball because your momentum is always going to carry you into the player. See, touching the ball is the only leeway you have. It's the only leeway you have. I'm telling you, go ask any professional goalkeeper.
No, because what you're suggesting, picture the scene, people, what Zubair is, picture it, what he's saying. Mm-hmm. So what he's saying and what Noor seems to be saying is physical contact equals penalty.
Which is a joke because football, you're allowed to do.
You're saying physical contact.
Otherwise, everything's a penalty.
What do you mean?
No. Put emphasis on the ball. No. Put emphasis on missing the ball.
Yeah. So every defender that goes for the ball but doesn't get it and gets a player, regardless if the player goes down or whatever, is a penalty. You're saying? Are you trying to tell me that there's
always been the
case? Can I just come in?
Unless you get the ball, it's your turn.
Yeah, not in that situation. I hear what Zoob's saying. If you touch a ball, then maybe it's and you hit the guy, you miss the ball and you hit the guy, then it's a penalty. Cool. But in that situation where the goalkeeper's coming and Messi's also coming, nobody has control of the ball at that point, right? They're just going to hit each other at some point. It doesn't matter whether he's touched the ball or not. It's just not a penalty. It's different if a player's running on goal and then he's, dribbled past the goalkeeper. He's been in control the whole time. And then the goalkeeper, instead of winning the ball back, ends up taking him out. That's a penalty. Everyone understands that. That's cool. But when the ball is just coming in the air, the goalkeeper is reaching for it. Messi's coming and he hits Messi and the ball's going out of play. How can that ever be a penalty? Like, for me, 99.9% of the time, that is never, ever a penalty. I was shocked that I can't believe that.
But check this out. Check this out. Yeah, look, the hand is coming towards Messi's face. Messi could have easily, if that hand is not there, he'll easily header it down. But because that hand puts him off, because everyone has got that reaction. It's that natural reaction. If something's coming towards your face, you tend to close your eyes, you squint, and then the ball goes over. But the hand is coming towards his face, and so Messi then loses concentration of the ball, misheaders it, and then this guy comes and slaps him on the face. But
who cares if he loses concentration because man's hand is?
Let me ask you guys a question.
Get the ball.
Let me ask you guys a question.
If you don't get the ball, then it's a penalty.
So a striker's running through on goal, right? And the ball is coming towards him, and the keeper comes out the same way, and the striker told the ball past the keeper, and the keeper swipes him out. That's a pen, right?
Yeah.
In that situation.
So what's the difference with the hand? Keeper's supposed to use their hand, so it's the same concept. You cannot miss the ball. Whether the ball is going out of play or not, it doesn't matter. You cannot miss the ball as a goalkeeper. That's why it's a pen.
I think once the ball hit Messi's head, like, it was out of play already, so it had no relevance whether it was going to score or not.
It exactly doesn't matter. As a keeper, you cannot come out and miss the ball. Hands or feet, it doesn't matter.
I've stayed quiet for about 1 minute on my own channel, on my own show. I stayed quiet for 1 minute. And in that minute, I was thinking deeply, and I cut out the noise that all of you was making, and I was trying to make sense of what Zuberi's saying. And now I have a better understanding of what he was saying, right? But check this out. What you just said to Michael is, when Michael said it has no relevance to the incident, I think that's the bit where I disagree with. I think it is relevant. It is, because otherwise the argument that I threw at you is relevant. Like, you're saying physical contact equals penalty every time you don't get the ball. So what you're saying, the situation that you guys are giving is when the keeper comes out, the goalkeeper, the striker goes around him and it doesn't get the ball, that's a penalty. Of course that's a penalty. But when is it not a penalty, guys? And we've seen this before. Mm-hmm. When the ball's gone out of play. How many times have we seen that? When the ball's gone out of play, they don't give the penalty. Mm-hmm. Because you can't score from that when the ball's out of play. In this situation, the ball's gone out of play. There's no chance of Messi scoring from the resulting incident. So that's why it is relevant. I think I'm open to opinion, and I'm open to see what you guys are thinking and saying.
To that point, Grizz, and this is why the referee, or I don't want to call him anything, but yeah, they're not really on it. The way I explained it just now is all the ref had to say. But when they're doing this, ball is still out of play. Do you see them trying to use the VAR to see when the contact was made, if the ball was still within the pitch range and not out of play? And that's what they're trying to use to justify, but that's not what they should have used to justify. They should have just said, look, the keeper went for the ball, he missed it, Paul Matt face off. That's a contact without the ball. You can't make contact without the ball. The way they explain it doesn't make sense, and that's why you're debating it like, whoa, that makes no sense. The ball was going out of play. Technically, when he made contact, the ball was still within the range of the pitch. It was heading out of the pitch, but it was still within the range. That is irrelevant. And to your point, Grizz, that makes no sense. But the reason why it's a pen for me and for them to make the decision, it's simply because he went for the ball, missed it, and Paul Man face off. You can't do that.
Please watch it right now again, please, because I've been watching it again and again just to try and understand what you're saying, right? And it's not a penalty. Like, if that's a penalty, football's finished. Like, we can't watch.
No. Anymore. So you're using the hand logic. It's the same principle for your foot as the keeper. Remember, keeper can use their hand or their foot. So when a guy run through, Bilal, this is what you're saying, Bilal. Listen how mad what you're saying is. A cross comes in and the striker is running onto it and toes it past the keeper, and the keeper uses his foot and take him out. That's not a pen.
No, it doesn't matter where the ball went. He didn't get the ball.
No, but it doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter where the ball went in that scenario. If the keeper slides in with his foot.
No, it does matter, I think.
It's not. That's not a 50-50 though. That is like the striker's got a massive advantage. He should score, and the keeper's completely denied him wrongfully. Like, it's like a last defender. You know,
they both jumped. Like, they both jumped.
Yeah, they both jumped for
it. In this situation, for the actual penalty that was given, how could the guys crossed it in, the Argentina player, I don't know, I can't remember which player crossed it in. The ball's coming, it's a 50-50. Messi's not even going to win this header anyway. The ball's going who knows where. And the keeper's come out now. He's touched him, which is a natural contact. It's a natural.
Messi was the one that headed it out.
No, yeah, exactly. But it's a natural contact between Szczesny and the goalkeeper. It's not even that big of a contact, and you're telling me that is a penalty. Like you watch it, and I can't even believe you blow the whistle to make that a penalty.
Oh, you're talking about the contact.
No, but he didn't.
The contact is worthy of a
on.
penalty.
No. I'm talking about the whole situation. I'm adding the contact as well. The whole situation is not a penalty. How can a cross come in? The goalkeeper's going for it. The Messi's going for it. It's 50-50. The ball's going out of play, and then they naturally come together, and you're telling me eyes on the ball from the goalkeeper, eyes on the ball from Messi, and you're telling me this is a penalty. I just
never got slapped by a goalkeeper. That's what it is, Bill.
No, but if I was Messi, I would be embarrassed. That's why Messi missed, bro. That's why
there's been so many instances where a keeper takes out a player. When a player I think Lloris it was Lloris at the Euros, like he took out a Portuguese player, but he absolutely like punched him right in the head. Like he barely grazed Messi, bro. Messi was like 3 inches taller. It wouldn't even be a conversation. He's getting punished. He got like rewarded because he's a little shorter on the shorter side. Yeah, bro.
I'm not backing the pen. I think it was soft, but still, man. The letter of the law, it's a pen.
People in the chat, look, Zuberi's right ultimately, because the law. Well, they're not the lawmakers, they're the law enforcers. The law enforcers gave a penalty. So he's on the law enforcers side. Zuberi's the enforcer today. So, okay, Noor and Zuberi, by way of law enforcement, are correct. But sometimes wrong decisions are made, and I think, oh no, man, that's...
Do you know what it is? If these kind of penalties start being given, then... defenders, because there's an art to defending and goalkeeping, not just diving at anything that comes your way and hoping for the best.
Face is gonna get slapped off from now on, man. I hope it's some Arsenal faces.
Imagine his glove went into Messi's eye and his eyes out and he's out for the rest of the tournament. Then what?
That's a pen, but he didn't do that.
Yeah, but it was on his face.
We're just gonna award pen based off injuries?
Exactly.
Come on,
bro,
man.
But if he clocked him out, he punched him right, but he didn't do that. He touched him a little bit, and it was like contact.
He had no intention of doing that as well, Michael. You're right. It was no aggressive. There was no aggressive. There was no dangerous play. It was an aggressive play. It wasn't a foul. It wasn't foul play. It was a natural progression of a keeper coming out for the ball. Nothing to do with the player. Nothing to do with the player. The player's about a yard behind him. And then by the time, because if Messi, I don't know, I need to see it again. Because does Messi get ahead to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he headed the ball. Yeah, he's the one that headed the ball out.
Where?
I'm almost.
Where did he hit it?
I don't want to get slapped in the face.
Out of play, he headed it out. Yeah, listen, move on, people. He's right, man. Listen, it was
anyway. Ball don't lie. As Rasheed Wallace said, ball don't lie, and he missed the pen. So that's what
justice.
He missed it.
Yeah, justice.
Stop saying he missed the pen. Put credit on my man's name. My man saved the pen.
I
still miss. It's a miss.
No. He saved the pen, bro.
What we were trying to say, Sheza put it right anyway with a magnificent save. But Messi took over by then. Messi thought, yeah, man, miss a penalty, no problem. I'm going to control the game from now, and he controlled the game. Poland by far, not by far, but Poland, I'm very distraught. It's been a magnificent World Cup, but I didn't want Poland to get through after that performance. It was limited.
No, I did not. They did not deserve to be in that.
Mexico were fire tonight, but I guess too little, too late, right? One of them ones. But it is what it is. I think we now have, Bilal, you've got a little routing, a little thing that we can start.
Yeah, man, I found something good. And they've even updated it. So with the groups that have already been done. So we just have to fill in the rest and go from there. So let me just get it up now. You guys can see that, right? Let me zoom in. Hopefully everyone can see that. So yeah, we'll just go.
Bro, here we are now, people. Here we are. This is the moment of truth, man. This is the moment of truth. Well, not quite, because tomorrow's still to be decided, isn't it? Oh shit.
We will decide the groups now. Nobody has to watch the games. We'll decide. So,
yeah, I gotta watch my Japan match on that.
Yeah. All right, so we'll just start from Group E. We'll just go from them quickly so we can just see how it. So we'll just say Spain first, right? Everyone agrees?
Yeah.
Are we saying Germany second then? Because they're playing Costa Rica.
I think it's Germany, man.
Germany got it, innit?
Yeah, Japan.
If Germany win, is it in Germany's hands?
No.
No, it's technically
Spain play Japan.
Yeah.
They can't hold Spain to a draw. It's rough.
Nah, Spain and Germany. That Japan manager got to answer, man. Nah. Me and him got to meet in Tokyo.
Can Germany finish above Spain?
Yes.
Yes.
If Japan win, I think.
Yeah. No.
Let's put. Are we saying Germany second?
No, they can't because of the goal
Unless I'm
difference.
making that up.
Well, it depends how much Germany beat Costa Rica by.
Yeah, it depends. If they go crazy on Costa Rica,
I can see Germany beating Costa Rica 8-9-0, bro. That Germany press is absolutely mad. So
they play that number 9.
Germany second.
Yeah, let's put Germany. I think it's a safer option, even though
and the rest don't matter, right? Or we just do it. Yeah, the rest don't matter.
Who cares? I'm going Morocco top in this group. I don't know about you guys.
What situation? We need to know the situation.
The same points for Croatia. Morocco are playing Canada.
Croatia playing
Belgium.
Croatia are ahead up on 1 goal in goal difference.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
That's the only reason I think Morocco as well.
Well, see, I think Croatia are beating Belgium. Okay, that locker room is an absolute disarray right now. I don't know how they're gonna play tomorrow. KDB's calling Vertonghen slow.
I'm backing that. I'm backing Croatia. You know.
I'm backing.
So
Croatia.
are you guys saying goal difference for Croatia? Because it'll probably just come down to goal difference. Croatia already 1+ in front of Morocco.
I think Belgium will turn up. I think this will galvanize them, and then they'll turn up.
I don't mind.
Who's turning up though? Michu Batshuayi? Like, is that who's turning up?
Lukaku is available. I think
he's not fit. That guy's not fit. I don't think he's fit.
They've got another guy, and I don't know why they're playing Batshuayi though. But yeah,
I'm backing Modric.
Who's finishing first, boys?
Zub, you decide for us, man. Who's finishing top, Croatia or Morocco?
Morocco is definitely finishing top.
Nah, man, Belgium, man.
Whoa.
Belgium.
Yeah.
So you think Canada are beating Morocco or getting a point from them?
No. The last game is Belgium and Croatia, right?
Yeah, then Morocco play Canada.
Yeah, so you guys are saying Belgium ain't gonna beat Croatia?
Nope.
I think Belgium will beat Croatia.
Hey, Norbeats, you know what? Me, you're the only one talking football today, you know. Calm. I'll write this day down.
I'm backing Modric, man.
I'm going to be very honest. You two haven't got one thing right. There's not one thing right. So I don't know why you're saluting each other.
You know that meme? You know that meme? Clown to clown conversation. That's what these ones are on right now.
That's what I'm saying. You're in an alternative universe when it comes to football chat. Alternative universe. I sometimes think, what did you watch and what are you planning on watching?
Come on, you guys know, like, we're talking sense. We're bringing.
Did you see the way? Croatia dominated Canada, and Canada dominated Belgium. So I'm trying to.
Bro, I'm astounded by how
that's not how football works.
No, that's how it's working right now for me. Because Croatia have the legs in the attack. They have a better midfield. They have a better defense.
Okay, now listen. We see tomorrow, and we see tomorrow. But let's be realistic and say it's Morocco or Croatia finishing first.
Yeah, I think that's the conversation. I don't really. Let's just go the way it is for now.
Zuberi, Belgium cannot finish first. Why do you keep Belgium not? They can beat Croatia. They can maybe get a result against Croatia, but they can't finish first.
That would require Morocco to draw or lose to Canada.
They can draw. If Morocco draw,
I don't think Morocco
can. Belgium can finish top.
Listen, man. I don't like how you guys disrespecting Costa Rica. Like Costa Rica came.
I'm the biggest Costa Rica hater out there. Nah. I'm the biggest Costa Rica hater out there.
You're gonna have to pull up tomorrow and explain your hate, bro.
Oh, I could explain it right now. 2014, they broke my heart when they beat Greece in the round of 16. I've never forgiven them since.
In the past, bro.
I hold a grudge. This is the last time my country made a tournament. Until they make the next tournament, that's what my hate. And then they beat Japan, and Japan are my team.
Bilal, do you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we should have done our own individual shit because this ain't running, man. These two are wild, man. Noor and Zuberi, like, they're off their trolley, bro.
Well, that's good. That's why we have 5 people today. Either way, somebody's got.
There's got to be a decision made. Yeah,
exactly. We can't just.
So I think the majority have won this one. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, man. These two are like some.
All right, this
bozos, man, with their footballer predictions, man.
Let's be
Brazil at top. Are we gonna argue that Switzerland are coming top? Are we gonna argue that? No.
This is.
I'm going. I've got Switzerland second in this group. I think
too.
they'll do it against Serbia.
Yeah, I think Switzerland.
Zub?
No comment, man. I see you guys running your agendas, man. You guys.
No. Say your thing. I might agree with you.
Say your piece, bro.
Now, Brazil definitely going through. Richarlison is gonna do his thing. Richie. I think Swiss can pull through. They're playing Serbia. I don't think Serbia is gonna do any upset there. If they do, it's gonna be one for the tournament, man. So I think it's Brazil, Switzerland.
I think that's what you're talking about grudge games. Michael's talking about grudge game. people are not ready for Switzerland.
War.
And Albania.
This is a war. Nah, Friday's war. Friday's war for the other game we'll talk about soon. But this game.
My performance, but my what I saw from Switzerland, I was very impressed against Brazil. So I'm gonna go with that as well. I don't know if that's the majority. Is that the majority?
Yeah, I think most of us said Switzerland.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one, no,
Serbia
first
super
goal
team.
because
We're not ready.
Yeah.
No.
I think it's gonna be Portugal.
It's between
Ghana.
these two great enemies.
So what's the situation?
All right, so I think Ghana are ahead
I think
right
it's
now.
winner of Ghana or Uruguay. I
Yeah.
think that's basically what we should be focusing on right now. And I've been coming with that Ghana sauce and vibes.
Ghana
since,
2 points
Pastor
ahead
was
of
in the chat.
Uruguay right now.
So Uruguay need a win,
Uruguay
They
have
need
to
a
win.
win.
Ghana can
Yes.
just draw.
and Ghana need a draw.
Yeah.
Puts them in a tricky spot.
I don't think Ghana can defend like
That does
that.
put
but
him
can
in a tricky
Uruguay
spot.
score like that? This is a question. The one can't score, the other can't defend. So where do we go from here?
It's revenge.
keep
It is a
smashing out
revenge
that
game
line.
though. 2010. I know that's on Ghana's head right now. Obviously, the revenge against Suarez. If he starts, yo, if Suarez starts, I think Uruguay win because I can see Suarez. He's such a villain that I can see him scoring a brace.
No. If Suarez
Red
starts,
card.
they're dead.
Nah,
food.
bro,
They're
that's-
dead
just
food.
that's
Suarez is
wild,
dead
bro.
food.
No, I know,
Suarez
but like
is
just the
dead.
narrative, like I could just see him like the one last stand, like the one last game that he'll just show up.
Nah.
He's that much of a
He
villain.
can't. He's that much of a problem now, Michael.
That's
He's
true.
a problem.
I know.
He's worse than Ronaldo. And look, I've been slandering Ronaldo. He's worse than Ronaldo.
That's fair
He
enough.
can't
No,
move.
but I'm backing Ghana though. Like actually, I'm backing Ghana to go through.
Yeah,
Let me ask you, man, a question. Can
for
South
it.
Korea pull an upset over Portugal?
It's possible, but I think Portugal are gonna rush
Last
players.
game. You never know. You never know.
Have
Last
Portugal
game.
won the group?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2
I
wins,
think,
right?
I think Korea can get a draw against them. You know, it's a whole heap of trouble.
Oh, Korea need to
A
win.
whole heap of trouble.
Korea need to win.
though.
Korea could win, and if Ghana, Uruguay draw,
Portugal
then if they
resting
draw, Ghana
players
will go through still.
is a whole heap of trouble for Ghana and Uruguay, just like it was for France. Let me tell people, because I said Tunisia. People go and check my tweet. I said, you know what? Tunisia can do something. I'm telling you now, Korea can do something against Portugal tomorrow. 100%. And that's a problem for Ghana, Uruguay. Tomorrow is going to be tense, people.
Yeah, I think that's what Uruguay want then. Korea to do something and then
I
then beat
favor Ghana though. I'm looking at the situation either way. Even if Korea was somehow to win, I just feel like
we need a
we've got
majority
chance.
vote.
It's the same as Switzerland. It's the same as
Ghana.
Switzerland. Like, you just need a
We
point.
need to catch sleep, man. Let's get on with it. We need to catch sleep.
I'm backing Ghana.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 for Ghana.
I'm going Uruguay, man. They need to win in this group stage, man.
1 for Uruguay. I think Noor and Grizz. You two
No, he
decide?
said Ghana. It's
I
me
said
and
Ghana.
you.
Oh, so who didn't decide? Michael, you said
It's me
Ghana
and
as well.
you.
Yeah, I said
What
Ghana.
did you say?
Yeah, I said
Yeah,
Ghana
what
as
you-
well. Okay, so it's Ghana.
Ah,
Oh, you
you
won.
can't string
Okay.
up
I was going to say
together.
Uruguay, but Ghana win it. No problem.
Come on, Ghana.
Zoob, your agendas, man. Maybe they'll come true. Maybe they'll come true. You never know.
I've remembered every single one of their points. We're going to talk tomorrow, people. Speak soon.
Okay.
All right, let's zoom out.
Noor and Zuberi have, I'm telling you now, I don't forget. I know my bad shouts, no problem. And people are reminding me very openly. And I'm taking some blows. I'm
All
taking
right,
my
so
blows.
these are the first round of 16 games. I think this tournament's going to be crazy. Netherlands, USA. What we saying?
Bro, I ain't saying nothing yet. I ain't saying nothing yet.
America.
Nah, it's
Ooh.
Gakpo, bro.
Gakpo hype, man. Gakpo hype. I don't care about that Gakpo guy, man.
Do you know what?
Yunus Musa got a plan for me.
I'm
Frankie
going
De
for
Jong,
USA.
don't run on Saturday.
Tell him.
Frankie De Jong,
I'm
don't
feeling
run on
this.
Saturday.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
feeling
going
this.
USA, man.
Oh,
USA.
shit.
I'm gonna have to back the Mrs. Nation.
Oh, shit.
Nah, man. Nah, the boys gonna have to pack it up, man. Soccer ends in that game.
Nah, Zoob, you said they were going to get knocked out, bro. I remember.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying soccer ends in this game, bro. Soccer ain't going nowhere, bro. Soccer ends in this game, bro. Netherlands is slapping their man up and saying this
Very
is
quickly,
football.
guys. Very quickly, guys, before we give our final opinions, Gakpo, very quickly, one by one. Just a couple of sentences back. So on Gakpo, me personally, I'm not convinced. Scored 3 goals, bad boy goals, and that as well. But if people are asking me, because people have been asking me, Gakpo or my mind's gone blank. The other
Kudus.
Dutch, yeah, Mohamed Kudus. People are asking me, Gakpo, Kudus, brother, Kudus all day, every day. But
All
quick
day.
chat on Gakpo. A couple of sentences, Bilal.
Not a winger. Needs to develop into a striker. That's about it. That's
No
all I have to say
convinced.
about it.
Gakpo, hype train.
He's a Rashford with better finishing for me.
Michael.
No, thank you on my club. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh
Yo,
shit! Looks
one
like you're
all of
getting
you,
him.
man, bro. I've been on Gakpo before the tournament. What are you, man, telling me?
has.
He's proven
He
me
has.
right. I've
has.
been on Gakpo before the
Nah,
tournament.
this is one you've got right, 100%. I'm backing you.
I'll take
You
that.
said
I'll
this.
take that. I'll
You
take
said this shit. You said this. You spoke on Gakpo, but I'm still not convinced.
Tim Ream got a plan for him on Saturday. Don't worry, man.
Yeah. Oi,
So good.
Zuberi tried to shit on Tim Ream, you know, and ever since man's been man of the match every game. Every single
Nah,
game.
allow me. Nah, I said it was Van Dijk S the first game, bro. Don't play with me. Nah, I bigged him up. What are you talking about? Nah, I big up Tim Ream, man.
He did. But listen.
But nah, Saka ends in this game, bro. Saka ain't making it past this stage, bro. This is football at the end of the day.
I think they've won though. Everyone's gone for USA, so USA.
I'm saying it's called soccer. It's called soccer. That's what it's called.
Let's not do that again, though.
Man. I'm going
next
USA.
one's wrong.
We all saying wait. I know Zoob's gone with the Dutch.
Now I might vote to this calm. You can put the Socceroos out there because
I've not been on a Dutch train from start, so I'm not going to change. I know they're
USA.
getting through. I know they're doing their thing, what they need. They still don't impress me. If USA can match the energy, if hopefully they all fit in that midfield, that free can harass any midfield. Any midfield, they got that much energy and passion in there. So I'm gonna go with USA. People think we're wild, but it is what it is, isn't it? The next one's
a tough one. Come on.
There's no
cricket
shock.
team.
There's
Who's saying no?
Nah, this is where cricket definitely ends. Yeah.
Bro, if this game ain't 4-0, I'm gonna be surprised.
This is where we find out like the reality of Australia. And like these guys are gonna turn up.
This could get clipped. You're not gonna look like
I'm writing Australia off. I'm sorry. Listen, the corruption I saw today with that penalty, plus the way Argentina are playing, Australia. Listen, Messi, they're gonna find a way to get him in the final.
No, man. This is like Australia gonna turn up with the wrong kits, bro.
Stop this.
Cricket kits.
Nah, no. I
Harry
hope you get clipped.
90th minute.
Clip me, bro, because I told you Argentina is gonna win the whole thing.
And if Australia win, my agenda is gonna be through the roof. So I can't lose here.
Yo, look at this guy with the dog profile, yeah, and chatting woof. How am I pandering to my USA audience, bro? Like, what does that mean even? Like, I'm speaking on their performances. Their performances have been solid. Man's got dog profile and chatting woof for my channel, man. Yeah.
I think we've got quotas to fill, bro. This is YouTube.
You know what I mean? What are you saying?
Next, Spain Morocco would be sick. What a game that would be.
Spain
kind of thing going on there.
That's not tough, guys. That's not tough. Why are you not saying that's tough, man?
Hey, every game in the knockout stages is tough.
Morocco,
it ain't easy out here. It ain't easy out there in the knockout stages. Once you get to the knockouts, anything can happen.
Yeah, it can, but come on, man. Spain are too well-oiled machine. Like for them.
Let's be real, man. Morocco's been one of the great stories of the World Cup, but I agree.
Spain are gonna win, but Morocco is gonna be tough to break down, though.
100%. I think it's gonna be.
It's gonna be like a 1-0, like 2-1 victory. It ain't gonna be like a blowout or anything.
Well, if they get an early goal, if Spain get an early goal, it could be peak. But
it could be. That's true.
Morocco,
you never know.
Morocco's defensive pairing, brothers. Morocco's defensive pairing that got Aguerd and
it's not Rekik, sorry. What's his name? Saiz.
Roman Saiz and Aguerd. That centre back pairing, I said at the start of the World Cup. Watch for this World Cup.
Real men.
People are going to talk about them. They're warriors. And people asking me earlier about Amrabat being linked with Liverpool. I haven't heard nothing myself.
He's cold.
I don't think he's our level. But in terms of fitness and passion, bro, there's no one been better than fitness-wise and passion-wise for his country than that brother. I still doubt his ability on the ball, but someone should snap him up. He's better than Fiorentina, I'd say, right now, but not for Liverpool. That's my humble opinion. But what are you saying? Spain, yeah? Let's put this through.
Yeah, I put Spain, even though I'm pained to do it. I'll be supporting Morocco on that day if that happens. Next game, Brazil We don't need to talk.
Yeah,
about
let's be
this.
serious. Bro.
What do you mean we don't need to talk about
Nah,
this?
but
It's
that's
just-
not that.
let's
Nah,
be-
nah.
let's be real.
That ain't disrespectful. Nah. Brazil winning
Bro,
that game.
Brazil, man, they're not losing.
No, well, I want to hear his take, so we can talk about it afterwards.
No, I don't have a take. I'm just saying we're not even gonna discuss it. That's all I'm
No,
asking.
go on, give us your take. Okay, it's your
Zoob,
take.
you're the one with the Ghana agenda, bro. You should be happy. We're not even trying to talk.
No,
about
I'm just
this
saying
game.
we should at least, make it look
Okay,
like
Go on
go
then,
on,
stuff.
say it.
We're talking kudos. We're saying kudos can't drag them through the Brazilian team.
Nah, Casemiro's there. Let's be
Casemiro
serious.
don't have legs, bro. Casemiro don't have legs.
But dude, don't come after my dog. Nah. You come after my midfielder now. Casemiro, kudos. No, he's
Bro,
good.
Casemiro's
Real
past
men.
it, bro. Don't act like this is prime Casemiro, bro. He's
Nah,
past
you guys, you talking about the other ball? You talking about the other Brazilian midfielder, Fabinho? That's who's past it. Casemiro's still that guy.
We can't even fight back right now.
Yeah, man, come from
We got-
Fabinho.
we
I'm
got-
not believe it, bro.
We're gonna hold
Yeah,
our
he
tongues.
touched. Yeah, he touched a raw nerve there, and I'm just gonna take that. I have to keep it moving. England, Senegal. Oh shit.
Senegal,
7
we're gonna
PM, I
cause
think.
an upset in this one. I'm telling you guys now. It's gonna be pens to Senegal.
I think Maguire and Shaw is due.
Senegal have proved me wrong. Senegal, I didn't expect Senegal to come through. So first and foremost, apologies to this is where I'm pandering to the Senegalese crowd as well. So this is Senegal. I'm sorry, I didn't know your game, and your brother. What's his name?
With you.
What's his name? What's his name?
Shmala Shah.
My brother. You know what I mean? He stepped up. He saw no Sadio, no King Mane. He said, okay, I'm going to take this team through. And you know what? Big up Aliou Cisse, the coach, and Ismail Assar. Big up you, bro. So I don't know. I'm going to decide. I don't know. I'm waiting for someone else to say their shouts.
They got this young
England
guy
still,
there, man. Yeah, they got this young guy, Bamba Dieng, I think. Yeah, he's going to step up, man. 1-0 Bamba Dieng. Senegal going through, bro. Wrapping this up.
That's it.
If it's 30 degrees plus, you never know. But really and truly, England should be winning this game, man. Can't be going out.
I'm going England.
Amane less Senegal. That's embarrassing, bro.
Rashford is going to have a field day. It paid me to say, but Rashford is going to have. It looked like he's going to be neck and neck with Mbappe for golden boot.
Some
could say he's England's Mbappe. Some could say he's England's Mbappe.
That's a bit wild. But in the tournament, he's up there.
Michael, have some shame, man.
Have some, yeah, please, because I
said he could be England's.
Right?
No, I'm saying he could be France's Mbappe. He could be England's Mbappe just in terms of profile. That's all I'm saying. They're very similar profile.
I've been hearing.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they're better. I'm not saying he's better. I'm just saying
these two names coming together. Please, it's nowhere near each other.
I'm just saying in terms of profile, they're very similar. That international X factor.
They both can run. That's it. That's the only thing they got.
Good ball striking. I'm just saying.
Your people keep smashing up the likes.
Rashford doesn't have the caliber of strikes and shots. He just smashes it, bro. Yeah.
One second, guys. Guys, we're coming up to the last section of the show. Smash up likes. We're well below the ratio, man. I'm just interested in ratios. You know, people say ratio on Twitter, innit? I don't even know what it means. I'm just gonna say it again, ratio. So smash up likes in it. Sorry. What are you saying? What are you saying?
I'm going England. I don't know about you guys. You think it's decision time? I've got England.
I said Senegal.
I've got England.
2 for England. Grizz and Zoob.
I'm back in Senegal here, man.
2 Grizz. Hands on the Simon Cowell thing. Come on.
I think this could go to penalties. You know, extra time penalties. And if it goes to penalties,
if it's penalties, bro, I'm gonna keep it real. Senegal losing.
Edouard Mendy is not good at saving
penalties. Don't win penalty shootouts.
Edouard Mendy is not good at saving penalties.
Yeah, no,
listen. Why you men talking like it's not Pickford in the goal?
Did you see Pickford against Italy? What did you see Pickford against Italy?
What, you didn't see Mendy in the?
I see Pickford against Liverpool.
African
That's
Cup
what I'm
Nations
used to.
final.
Nah, this is Pickford in England jersey, bro. He's different in penalty shootouts for England. This is completely different ballgame.
Mendy looks like a beast in that goal. Trust me, people are fearing him. If they're stepping up to Mendy.
I ain't fearing, bro. It's just that AFCON final. That's the only time that he's ever stepped up in.
England, the last time they faced a big goalkeeper in a penalty shootout, they bowled it.
Nah, I think England.
Top keeper.
Plus,
Grizz, you finished with the calculator. You made your mind up or what?
Plus, it's very
simple. No, I haven't made my mind up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go Senegal. Do it for Sadio.
We're knocking out England. This is not on me.
Do it for Sadio.
Do it.
This is not on me.
I was not involved.
Bro, okay.
The spirit
So
of Sadio
Senegal,
lives.
we're
Come
saying
on.
Senegal versus France then, yeah?
Sadio, inshallah.
Hell,
Come on.
yeah, without a doubt, man, without a doubt.
Mbappe hat trick.
And run it back.
Yeah, listen.
2002.
Yeah, look, this World Cup's been wild, but nothing wild in this game. Stop it, World Cup. Stop it. Stop it, World Cup.
This is why Mexico, I want them to go through, man. Like France.
Pixelate pictures saying these are some shouts.
It's Mbappe
bro.
hat trick no matter what.
Yeah, what
You know
kind
what I
of
mean?
game is France?
These are some shouts, bro. I'm sorry, these are, but we're going wild because this is a wild World Cup.
I'm not
what I'm talking
responsible
about.
for any wild takes you here. That's what
Croatia, Germany is a deep. Oh, that's a
ooh.
classic. That's a
Ooh.
classic.
I don't know which way to go on that one.
Croatia,
I'm
Germany
back
is
Croatia.
a classic.
That's Germany, man.
I'm back in Croatia.
I'm going Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going.
I just don't write off
man.
Germany. I've seen too much football in my life.
Hmm.
I'm older than you lot. I don't go against Germany.
I feel Germany as well, just because I feel like they got more quality up front. And when it's like even Sane the other day just coming off the bench, just think Croatia just don't have a player like that. So that I'd go for
Hopefully,
Germany.
Sane's worked himself into a bit of more fitness because that was the issue with him.
Yeah, for me it's Germany. So
I'm
that's
going
2 or 3 Germany.
Musiala needs to be in the tournament for longer because Musiala, innit?
Stock's going down.
Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss.
He's lucky he didn't pick England, bro. He would have been on the bench for England.
He would have been
Southgate
home
would've
watching the
ruined it.
tournament like us. That's what he would have been.
Southgate would have ruined it.
You'd be with Sancho training in God knows where.
Has Germany won this?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so, man. Which is mad considering how Croatia played this tournament. Not great, but they got the results. And Germany, we've seen what they've done so far. Not convincing, but the next game.
Can someone explain
Portugal,
to
Switzerland.
Can someone explain to Mutasar why we got Germany?
Because
Yeah,
they're
that's
gonna
16.
beat the brakes off Costa Rica and
Yeah,
They
Spain are
got
gonna-
Costa Rica because they got Costa Rica, bro, in their last game, and a win gets them through.
Guys, look at that. It's written, bro. Look at Switzerland. Sui already. Sui.
Oh
Put them through, bro.
shit!
Put them through,
Oh
man.
shit!
Sui.
What a spot! What a spot by Noon!
They're saying Shaka is Cristiano Ronaldo in disguise. They got the Subi going on. It's mad.
You know what? You know what I love? I love if every team that scored against them did that celebration. You know.
It would be beautiful.
It makes me laugh. I remember when Townsend did it. Was it this season or last season? I can't
That was
remember.
last season. My head was
then-
gone.
Yeah. And then this Ghana one. I couldn't believe it.
So Mbolo's
Now,
gonna be
guys-
doing it. The Sumi
Now, guys,
going through, man.
I can't. Look, Portugal.
let's be
started
serious.
picking
Portugal
the right
winning.
team.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
started
let's be
picking the
serious.
right team, man. He started picking the right team. Once he starts picking the right team, Portugal have got the players to hurt people, man.
One of my
Seriously.
favorites.
Take out. Ronaldo, of course, is a piece of shit right now, but
This is
But the
Bruno's
rest of that
tournament.
team-
This is Bruno's
This is the rest
tournament.
of
He
that
stepped
team.
up.
like people are not speaking on Bernardo as well. The way he's just keeping hold of the ball again, he's just a little warrior in there, man, as well as a wizard.
Ball handler, yeah.
Ball handler, bro, the best for me, the best in world football.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Quarterfinal, first
USA.
match.
Ah,
USA versus
ah,
Yeah, I'm
Argentina.
out for
Argentina.
right here.
This is where soccer comes in.
Nah.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, this
the
way
midfield of USA. You just talk about the midfield of the USA, bro.
Yeah, but they don't got Messi. They got
PSG.
Enzo.
USA
They got
are
Enzo.
toothless up top. That's the problem here.
They got Enzo.
Yeah,
They got Enzo and
we
Messi.
I think we keep it moving, man. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm going Argentina. Let's be serious.
Argentina.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
You might have right in the gas.
But if Messi loses to a country that says soccer, interesting conversations.
But then they'll say he's going into Miami.
Bro, how many
Jersey.
agendas have you got? You got.
I have a lot of agendas. Don't worry, bro. I have a whole book.
Cool. Oh, what a game.
Ooh, what is
We
it?
done.
Ooh, nah, that's a game.
Listen, I think
right
we just
there.
have to put Brazil.
I'm
just
going
for
Brazil
the game.
still. I'm going
Yeah,
Brazil.
We have to because that's semi-final.
Yo, is Neymar playing? Yo, it depends on Neymar's health. I can't lie.
Nah,
That's
bro.
tough.
Nah, they got
a tough
Richarlison. Bro.
game.
What are you talking about?
That's a
Which,
tough
no,
game.
nah, yo, okay.
With or without
Richarlison
Neymar,
scored 2
they're
goals,
winning.
but nah, let's be serious. If they don't got Neymar, I don't think they can
This
beat
is
Spain.
Richarlison for Brazil. The same way you said Pickford for England, Richarlison for Brazil is a different
Yeah,
animal.
they
This
gotta-
is gonna be the Luis Enrique litmus test. Of course, it's gonna be. I know that's an obvious thing to say because it's gonna be the toughest game, but in terms of tactically how he deals with Neymar if Neymar's playing, and if he refuses to pay attention to Neymar and concentrate on the ability of his team, which will be hella brave.
Yeah,
because if you ignore Neymar and Neymar's fit, Neymar will create minimum 3 gilt-edged chances for Brazil.
You know what this game reminds me of? Spain, Italy in the Euros. I think this is a very similar game. Two teams that love to dominate the ball. Can one of them be able to handle that off-ball workload? Like, can Brazil's wingers track back consistently? Like Rafinha, Vinicius. It's a tough game.
I love Spain's team, right?
So do I.
Until when they come to these three. I know Bilal was a big fan of Omar.
That's not even my issue. I've got one issue in that game, right? I'm just thinking Vinicius Junior versus Azpilicueta. Like, there's only one answer there.
Never mind. Yeah, I'm going Brazil. There's
no chance, bro. When you get to the higher level games, that defense of Spain is getting cooked. I don't care what anyone tells me. And we'll see it, in my opinion.
Yeah, Richarlison against Pau Torres. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Yeah.
If Gabi Jesus on the right, Rafinha, Anthony, any of them.
It's not gonna be Richarlison against Pau Torres. It's gonna be Rodri and Laporte.
I forgot Rodri starts.
Demanding. And it might be Carvajal against his teammate. Knows his game. You understand with the tactical.
Now you're doing this now.
Brother, you have to. Brother, I'm an analyst. You have to analyze.
I think the midfield, but Spain have the midfield advantage. Can like the likes of Neymar, Paqueta, can they handle that off? Because Pedri, Gavi, and Busquets know how to keep that ball. So it's gonna be a tough game.
Bro, this is the game of games, right? Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. This could easily be a final for me.
Yeah,
I think this is actually Brazil's toughest test in terms of like a game tactically. I think because Enrique is the best coach in the tournament by far in terms of tactic. So I think
Spain are going to ask Brazil some uncomfortable questions with their movement off the ball.
Let's hit an answer.
For me, it's Brazil. I think
I'm still going to say Brazil.
Yeah, attacking everything.
I need Neymar to win the World Cup. So
me and Zuberi we got a take, but we ain't got a say in this. So do you want to have a take on it?
No, I'm still backing Richarlison in Brazil, bro.
Is Richarlison like the best one in Brazil? Is that what we're going with?
He keeps
No. So you men are not paying homage to Brazil, bro. Brazil ain't hanging this World Cup on Neymar's back. The world is. Brazil is hanging this World Cup on Richarlison's back.
Yeah, he keeps saying
we're not from Brazil. Go tap into Brazil and ask them, man, why they doing that. I'm not doing this.
Yeah,
the world is hanging it on Neymar's back. Brazil is saying Richarlison is bringing this home. Don't come for me, bro.
That's because Brazilian fans are very agenda driven in terms of like this. Neymar's not the most popular player.
You're talking about a nation of people back in Richarlison, bro.
Yeah, Neymar's not the most popular player.
Neymar has to hold it. Political views and
Neymar ain't popular in Brazil. Neymar ain't popular in Brazil right now. But if he wins that World Cup, that's when you'll see his popularity go back up.
Yeah, it's the political choices that he's made. But all right, let's keep it moving. Brazil.
Yep, Argentina, and then this is a bit of a rivalry.
Mbappe hat trick.
And I go France.
Run it back, man. 2002, bro.
This is why my Sadio dream.
No, I'm going Senegal. If Senegal are playing France, they're gonna rise.
I'll get out of here.
No, they won't.
Mbappe hat trick.
Allow that French hate, man. Get yourself a croissant in the morning, bro.
I hope, and I'm gonna support Senegal.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna be real. It's gonna be France.
Half of the French team is Senegalese anyway, so.
Koulibaly converted from France to Senegal. He was French at one point.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Senegal they know they're the ones who stay true.
Bilal, what you said? Like what? The ones that's gonna be sabotage the French.
The real ones, and the ones inside the camp already. They're plotting. It's going to be a little Evra.
Now, you know why Bilal's saying this? Bilal's saying this because he knows England are going to be Senegal, so this take never has to actually be considered.
England.
Yeah, listen, you guys voted for Senegal, man. So we got to put Senegal all the way at this point. I don't care.
But the Senegalese players that play for France are going through.
For real, it will be France. It'll be France.
Mbappe.
Okay, we're being serious, yeah? We're saying France.
Yeah.
No problem. Okay, cool. France. For me, Germany, Portugal. For me, it's Portugal.
Germany. I've never seen Portugal beat Germany in my life.
It's gonna be Germany. Yeah, I agree.
Nah, not this time.
I'm sorry.
Have we gone through? Has that been decided? Me and Zuberi got a say.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
of
I'm
course.
going
I just said
Portugal
Portugal. I
still,
think
you
you said Germany. So it's up to
Oh,
you.
so it's still up for grabs.
Yeah, it's up
Okay.
for grabs.
I'm saying Portugal.
This is gonna be
Rafael
hard.
Leao.
Oh, come on, dude.
Leao.
He don't even start.
The man's played 16 minutes in total, and he's still Rafael Leao.
He can eat though.
Hey, he has to shine at some point. This is where
Leao and Rashford. That's a comparison, not Mbappe. That's a comparison.
Ooh, that's a good shout. Good shout.
Rashford's better.
I'm gonna go Germany. You know, I'm gonna go Germany. I don't go against Germany.
No, Grizz, obviously you watch football more than me. Can you remember the last time Portugal beat Germany? I genuinely can't remember the last time Portugal beat Germany. Every time I see the two play, I always see Germany beat them. Like every single time.
No, I can't. You're right. I can't remember. But it's tough though. It's not one of those ones I'm saying it with much chest or any insight or any. I can't really explain it logically. I just don't bet against Germany.
I'm putting it down to the coach. Hansi Flick versus Fernando Santos. I'm taking Hansi Flick all day.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a mismatch.
Yeah, and I want to see Musiala more and more, like progress into the tournament.
I
said at the start of the tournament,
off the bench, Vitinha. I want to see Bernardo Silva, Ruben Neves, Felix. Oh,
you're gonna see you're gonna see William Carvalho instead. So
you know what? Yeah, I have to just ignore that guy when he plays, man. I was gonna say at least Danilo's out, but obviously pick him up, get well soon. But yeah, for now, innit? Just
I've gone Germany. I don't know where the rest of you guys go.
Also, Nuno Mendes is out for the rest of the tournament. I think that's a big
blow. He was
huge blow.
He knew it was done, innit?
Huge
straight
blow.
after it went off.
That's free for Germany.
That's like free for Germany, I think, right? So,
okay.
Fair enough, guys. You guys have gone Germany, so yeah, cool. It's mad. Germany's terrible.
The ultimate South America versus Europe semi-finals, like South America and like one section South America. It's like it's planned. It's like it's planned. You know, one team from South America gets to the final, one team from Europe gets to the final. World Cup.
Yeah, I'm not liking that. I would have loved the Argentina-Brazil final, but yeah, it is what it is. So I
just realized you guys just killed Argentina versus Portugal final. I just realized what you guys.
Thank God.
Argentina ain't beating Brazil, bro.
No,
bro, imagine
no matter how much
man, this is real possibility.
Nobody wants to see that.
What do you mean? No, be real.
Let's be real.
Remember Mayweather versus remember Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. We knew what was going to happen, but we still watched.
Bro, ain't no one trying. Yo, you know what's gonna happen? I said this yesterday, bro. If it's Messi versus Ronaldo in the final, you're gonna see the likes of Di Maria or like Bruno Fernandes step up, and you're gonna see Messi and Ronaldo have the ultimate stinkers, like they usually have in international finals, and someone else is gonna rise. So let's just have Brazil beat Argentina.
That one's a goal forever.
So
that's how it works. Yeah, no, I'm going Brazil.
I need Neymar to win the World Cup, so I'm going Brazil.
Argentina.
Me and Zuberi, huh?
No, you said Argentina.
Yeah. I've got.
When did I say Argentina?
No, I said.
Noor said Argentina, right?
No, Noor said Argentina.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Give me a Michael
Brazil, bro. Richarlison in Brazil, bro.
That's already free. Grizz, either way, your vote doesn't really have much sway.
Yeah, it doesn't really say, but I'm going Argentina because I got them in the sweepstakes, and yeah, man.
Okay.
Messi and that.
For you, Grizz,
the dream is alive.
Oh, not Zub. Noor reporting Brazil. Oh, it's France, Germany.
France, man. All day.
Yeah, I'm going France as well. If you put Portugal in there, I'm telling you, I would have felt a bit of the Portuguese.
Nah, that's for sure. Mbappe versus Cancelo. Let's be serious here. That would have been a mismatch.
Yeah, you know what? France will have them.
So who? But imagine Germany's right back. They don't even have one. He's gonna
even more of a mismatch. Exactly. So Mbappe's eating. Mbappe's eating no matter who he plays, bro. Exactly. Mbappe's cooking everyone. It's a mismatch.
Yeah, but it's not just about Mbappe, man. The way the midfield is right now, like Tchouaméni and Rabiot, they're going to be up against.
Griezmann's balling out.
Griezmann is balling out, but the thing is, Germany are the one team that always has a plan. They don't go into a game without a plan. Just remember this, kids. Germany don't go into a game without a plan. They've got a plan for Mbappe. They've got a plan for Griezmann. They'll have a plan. This is the only team in world football that always has a plan. Brazil play to their strengths, play to their... Don't disregard opposition. Spain mostly disregard the opposition. You know, let's play tiki-taka. Brazil say, yeah, we're going to play our samba football. France is the Mbappe show. Germany have a plan. They work to their plan. This is the only thing. So
Germany.
I think Germany.
I'm still gonna push France.
I just think Germany.
Whatever plan Germany come up with, man, it's not.
It's just too weak in defense. Like Dembele, Mbappe, those fullbacks are so bad. I just think, and Tchouameni, he could put in a couple rough tackles on Musiala, rough him up a little bit.
Giroud versus Fulkrug, whatever his name is. Who's the better striker there?
Giroud.
Similar profiles, I guess.
Brother, this Fulkrug has come. Listen, all I'm saying is Fulkrug came from the depths of the mud from the start of the shows. Remember, we were like, "Who's this brother?" Do you remember we were asking the question, Zuberi Bilal? We were asking, "Who's this Fulkrug?" Like, someone needs to give us the lowdown on him, bro. The way he slammed that goal, against Spain.
Take it back 2 touches before. The way he took it off your dead boy's foot. Musiala was doing up this madness, and the way he took it off his foot, like, big man, this is my thing, bro. This is
if Sane's fit, like the brother says, Marcelo says, if Sane is fit by then, he could be a game changer with
Musiala and
Gnabry, Musiala and Sane.
Oh, Gnabry, that brother is finished, man. And I've been gassing him up, man. But my guy is done. I'm watching him. He's so heavy. You know what it is? Like Bayern fans, you know, like Arsenal, he was linked to Arsenal, obviously come back, Gnabry, da-da-da. But Bayern fans, they kept saying, take him. The guy's crap, da-da-da-da. And I was like, why are they saying he's dead? I'm watching him more and I'm just like, Serge, I don't know what you've been eating, brother.
Let's do this then.
I'm going France.
I repeat of 1998 then.
Let's do this.
Oh shit, revenge.
Bro, even if we did Germany, it would have been a narrative like the 7-1 revenge final.
It's always a narrative, brother. This is the World Cup. Come on.
Oh shit.
So yeah, Brazil.
Neymar versus Mbappe. Who's coming back to Paris with that World Cup?
Oh my days! We need this final now. Just deep that storyline.
PSG are mess up no matter what. Neymar and Messi are gonna go at it, and Neymar and Mbappe are gonna go at it. Messi and Mbappe are gonna go at it. Someone's coming back unhappy in Paris.
And today there's rumors, well, not reports like from the Athletic. They're saying Mbappe 2023 option, like it could leave. They said Real Madrid's interested in 2 Premier League clubs.
That Dubai stim is coming, man. Oh my god, my dreams are coming true.
And the Qataris, I've been following PSG, right? That Nasser Al Khalifi. He said they're really angry about their stadium or something. Like they want to move stadiums, but they doesn't seem to want to put their money in, the Qataris. So I don't know what's going on there, but watch that space, man. Mbappe 2023. Real Madrid need a striker.
Oh man, this is too mad. But
I'm just thinking about Mbappe versus Danilo. That's what my mind's thinking right now.
The Militao's playing that game and he's locking Mbappe.
That's true. Then I'm thinking Ousmane Dembele versus Alexandro. That's ugly.
For me, it's gonna come down to keeper performances, and France is gonna be let down by Lloris.
True. That Casemiro long shot. Interesting. I can see
it. Yeah, Lloris sometimes is a bit AWOL. So, and Alisson, I don't think he's had anything to do so far. But
I'm gonna say if Konate plays, I'll say France. If Konate don't play, I'm saying Brazil. So what do we reckon? We reckon Konate's not gonna play in it because it's gonna be.
I think he plays Konate.
No,
he'll play.
He's gonna play Upamecano if he's been playing him through the ranks, through the qualifiers, knockout stages.
After today, I think he's gonna be Upamecano and Konate.
Yeah, definitely. That's a 2. 100%.
No chance, man. What are you lot on about?
Bro, Varane's not getting benched. Varane's not getting benched.
He's not even Varane. You lot talking.
Varane needs to be benched. Be a man.
Bro, football politics.
Yeah, Deschamps is the first name on the pick. Look, you know how we say Virgil van Dijk's having a stinker for Liverpool? Man needs to be rested. No chance. Virgil van Dijk is the first name on the sheet. Varane is the first name on the sheet for France. Come on, guys.
That's France.
That's why they're getting cooked.
Yeah, that'll be there.
Varane, Richarlison towering above him. I can just see it now, just cooking him.
We know what Zuberi's saying because he's bringing it home. He's bringing Richarlison home with him, the trophy, everything.
Nah, bro, you crazy? Nah, it's France, bro. I said France from day one. Don't switch up
on me now, man.
Bro, I said France from day one.
You did. No, you did.
England to France, bro.
I'm gonna pick last. I'm
gonna just jump ship now to Richarlison and Brazil agenda.
Richarlison to Real Madrid. Come on, you gotta be Richarlison hype to the end, bro.
Nah.
Let me tell you something though. Let's say hypothetically we've been spot on the money and they get to the final and Richarlison comes in like second highest striker, whatever. Richarlison is going to Barcelona, you know. I mean, Real Madrid, and we'd have to deal with him over there. So,
Charlison, Vinny, Rodrigo.
I don't see that. I don't see that. Richarlison at Real Madrid. No,
I can see it happening.
It's the last kind of player. It's the last kind of player they go for.
Bro, they linked to Bruno Fernandes today.
This will be sick. We won it 6 times in Qatar. We won it 6 times. Brazil singing that shit, bro. Upamecano, best centre back of the thing so far. Okay. Opinions on that? He's been good.
I'm going Brazil, man. I think Brazil are the most complete team in this tournament. They have the best squad depth. It would be nothing but a disaster for me if they don't win this tournament. For me, they're head and shoulders better than everyone else. It's only France who come near with Mbappe, I guess, because of that quality that he's got is just different. But take out Mbappe, Brazil as a team. Everything you guys talk about Spain, they can pass the ball, they can control. Tite's football for Brazil, I like it. Defensively solid. The 4-3-3 is good. Even if people complain about Paqueta, even complain about Fred, the wingers high and wide, Richarlison through the middle. If Neymar comes back, Rodrigo looks good. Then you've got the bench. We can go here for days and just talk about their bench. For me, Brazil, they have to win this tournament. They're so good. So that's my team.
Anyone want to make a case for France?
Yeah, bro. They're just doing a thing, bro. 2 World Cup at 23. Is that what we're saying? 24, whatever.
23. We'll be 23.
I need that agenda to be possible because I'm backing them again for the 3-peat, bro.
Well, there's no way France do a 3-peat.
The Real Madrid of international football.
That would be mad. Michael, take a deep breath. What you mean to say is there's no way you can live with France having the 3-peat.
I don't mind, but bro, we're talking about something that hasn't happened since like the 19. I don't think it's ever even happened.
Stop living in the past, bro. We're talking 2022, 2026. You keep going back in the past, bro. It can happen.
Bro. Winning the World Cup 3 times in a row is something I don't think will ever happen.
I'm a Liverpool fan. We said Real Madrid couldn't do the 3-peat on the Champions League. Guess what?
That's 2 different elements. We're talking about international. Exactly. We're talking about something that's every 4 years.
France. Yeah, and we're talking about France and Mbappe. And guess what? In 2026, man gonna be 27, 28. You tell me he's gonna be washed? Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
But
you talking about a GOAT? That's what a GOAT does.
Pele. This is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Destiny arrives, and every Brazilian legend has won a World Cup, and it's time for number 10, Neymar, to add his place at that table with the likes of R9, the likes of
for Messi, for Neymar. You know, he ain't getting it.
Destiny arrives and Neymar's winning this World Cup.
Yeah, I'm gonna. The thought. I don't know, man. What's the voting? What's the voting?
Who you voted for?
Brazil.
Oh, then Brazil win.
Yeah, Brazil.
Bilal, you said Brazil?
Yeah, no, of course. Grizz. I think Brazil are the best team by far. I don't
think Brazil is the best team, but they just solid.
You know me. Say here and now, so it's recorded. 3-peat. You don't want to be saying 3-peat when the 3-peat is on. You want to say it before the 3-peat is on. We're already outvoted, so you can just say it now. Just say 3-peat. We're outvoted. We move on, right? The scores on the show would saw Brazil win. You can say, look, go check the tapes. We predicted Brazil winning. But when the 3-peat is on, you can be like, nah, man, I did say it in there. Just saying.
All right. Well, you know what I mean? I got to stay with a democracy. This is a democratic show. You know what I mean? It's got to be Brazil. Go for it, Bilal.
I'm missing massive score predictions.
Score. Oh, man, dash out.
5-0.
That's not
working without joking.
Yeah, you're fucking our heads, man, right here. But listen, we need to we need to chat about some Liverpool chat. Oh, no problem.
Yeah, go on.
We need to chat about Liverpool. So today news came out. Obviously, we've sacked Julian Ward. Liverpool are looking for a director of football come end of the season, or possibly before. Let's see how it goes. News of Ward's decision to leave the club came as a total surprise. And Ian Graham, the head of research, also resigned. So Liverpool are looking for a new director of football. Few names have been mentioned. Today, the very, very reliable Florian Plettenberg, who has close links with Jurgen Klopp, his agent. So when Florian speaks, you tend to listen. And he has said There you go. Who has close links to Jurgen Klopp's agent? Who says Sven Mislintat is a candidate and would be open to reuniting with Klopp at Anfield. The pair worked together at Dortmund between 2008 and 15, with Plettenberg adding their relationship is still brilliant. Earlier on Wednesday, Mislintat, who is at the moment with Stuttgart, I beg your pardon, has failed to agree a new contract. Timing a bit. What do you mean by that? In our talks, we didn't find a common denominator, he says, blah, blah, blah. And that's it, basically. And then it goes on to talk about 2017 when he left Dortmund to become head of recruitment at Arsenal. This is where Bilal comes in, where his signings included the likes of Aubameyang, Leno, and Mkhitaryan. Bilal is going to paint us a different picture in a bit. He left the club in 2019 with reports at the time suggesting he involved in a series of disagreements. We know Gunners were going through turmoil at that stage, right? With the ownership and everything. From a Liverpool point of view, anybody want to speak? I guess, it's only Zuberi and Noor that can speak from a Liverpool point of view. How you read this? How you feel this?
Some things should be left in the past, bro. Sorry, Nur, I just gotta say this.
No, go say
the last time we picked up an Arsenal man or a man affiliated with Arsenal, we ended up leaving that department short. We picked up their medical guy, and then we ended up sacking him and had to promote the youth guy, and the youth guy wasn't good enough, and now we're just not having a medical guy. This guy also brought in Mavropanos, Lucas Torreira, and Guendouzi. Let's not just give the big names and act like man is out here doing bits. He was having stinkers as well. So from Dortmund to Arsenal, stank up the place at Arsenal. Could he just be missing the Jurgen Klopp tax? And now giving him that tax back, he can go on and do the madness. I'm not quite sure. It's a big risk for me. I'm not going to blame Arsenal problems on why a man couldn't do the business, because let's be honest, Liverpool fans would say our situation was messy with FSG, and man like Michael Edwards still did or whatever the Edwards guy, he still did the business. So Klopp still did the business. So it doesn't matter if your circumstances or your situation, if you have a job to do, you still do your job well. I'm not saying he didn't do a job over there, but I don't think he handled it well. Are we going to blame it on him not having Klopp? I'm not sure. It's a big risk for me, but if Klopp feels like he's the guy to take us to the next level and dominate, great, because the circumstances at Dortmund wasn't the same as what we have at Liverpool. So it's a big risk for me. If it doesn't pay off, both of them ain't got to leave the club. And I don't think that's a risk I'm willing to take. I think we should look elsewhere. That's what I think about it.
Noor, you want to add or to subtract anything?
Yeah, no, it's just interesting. Was he part of signing Saliba?
From what I know, no.
No,
what I know, not really. Yeah, not at all, really.
So,
Saliba was someone who was scouted by Arsenal even before these guys even came in, like the Sanés and all. Like I was reading recently, Mbappe, Koeman, Saliba, all scouted at the same time, and Wesley Fofana, of course, at the same time. And Saliba is the one that actually managed to come in. Koeman was scouted when he was young, flopped. Mbappe flopped. And who's the other guy? Fofana. They couldn't get Fofana and Saliba out of St. Etienne at the same time. So, yeah, Saliba someone on the radar for ages. And Mislintat, we'll get into him. But, yeah, what's your thoughts on him personally?
Yeah, no, like I'm hearing that Klopp is getting a lot more power now with these guys feeling a bit like, neglected, Ward and Edwards. I think Klopp deserves it, to be honest. He deserves a lot more say. He probably said he put his cards on the table and said, "Listen, I've done what I needed to do with your recommended projects, your project players, but now he's like, I need a little bit more, freedom and to take risks," as he was alluding to earlier in the window when he said, I wish I could take more risks. Obviously, certain mandem don't want me to, so I want to see it. And then he can live by his sword and die by his sword, because some of these the excuses people have been giving him is like, yeah, you know what, he's been given such and such player, he doesn't have much of a choice. But now I'm hearing like, what is it? Muniz was his buy. Konate might have been his buy. What's his name? Diaz.
Diaz, 100%. All of these were his buys.
So,
Go on. What was you gonna? Let me read the super chat before Bilal, you hit us with that article that you want to bring up. Yo, what's good, bro? Big up, peeps. Do you think it's a good idea that it's seemingly that Klopp is having such a strong role in signings and even our potential sporting director? I don't like it. It's again the opposite of what Noor just said.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
want to
gonna
ask
lie.
Noor a question based on the
We
super
need
chat.
we need balance. Yo, what's good, says. So I think Zuberi wants to ask
Yeah,
Noor a
and it's
question.
in favor of the super chat as well because when he said take more risk, people automatically assume players. It could just mean staff members. It could just mean staff members like signing this guy. That's a risk. And maybe he wasn't allowed to make these risks. This doesn't mean players, it could just mean certain people within his coaching staff. You see how Chelsea's given Coach Potter everything he needs over there to succeed. Let's be fair, we might have not given him all the people he needed in his backroom staff because we or FSG thought that was a risk and they never allowed him to. So maybe that's the risk he's talking about. It's not necessarily players. And I think this guy's a massive risk. I don't even care who they bring in. This guy in the back room is a big risk, bro. So what do you think about that? You think that could be one of the risks he's talking about as
it
far as
could be like
personnel?
it could be. At the end of the day, I think Klopp, what he's saying is like, if I'm gonna die, I want to die on my terms. You know what I mean? Like, I've had enough of what is it? Trying to carry a team of someone else's signings. If I die with my signings.
It's weird, isn't it? It's a strange situation. People, this is a big super chat. It's a big debate. We're going to have a big debate on this on RedFellas on Sunday, where it's primarily Liverpool focused. So check out our show on Sunday. Obviously, follow, subscribe, put the notifications on, and we're going to have a whole session on the situation around the sporting director, the coach's influence, the assistant coach's influence, and all of that business. But what are you saying, Bilal?
Yeah, no, on Mislintat. So obviously, just take a look at his career. So you see where he's been. I didn't even know he was an assistant manager for a team back in the day. So yeah, I guess that didn't go too well. Wasn't there for that long. After that, transitioning to being a scout for Dortmund, and then later from 2009 to 2016 to 17, that's where his reputation really, rose. They started calling him Eagle Eye, Mislintat. He knows the players to buy. And you just think about the players that Dortmund had through that time, especially that was like pretty much a golden era of Dortmund. They won 2 league titles in that time, obviously under Klopp. The players that they were bringing in, they went from one batch of players, obviously, that took them to the Champions League final and onto a next one with the Dembeles and the Mkhitaryan's and Aubameyangs and all of these sort of players. So he actually had a very successful time. But of course, at Borussia Dortmund, he's not just by himself, right? He's with a proper good structure, with the manager, of course, but with the other guys in the board, the Zorks, the Watzkes, if that's how you pronounce his name properly. Apologies if I butchered that a little bit. But yeah, the board at Dortmund is very strong, and Mislintat was just able to do his thing. But I think going into Arsenal now, it's a different profile of club. And then when you're trying to buy players, it's not the same as buying them for Dortmund, because Dortmund, you could probably get away with signing a couple bad players, a couple good players, and then you've molded some, you sold some for massive profits, and that kind of covers you up. But when you're at Arsenal and you're spending big money on players, and even if it's not big money, but you've branded this guy as, oh, he's going to be the next so-and-so, the next this, I've scouted him. For example, Lucas Torreira is, I think, a big example of this. Like, he signed him from Sampdoria, 25, 30 million pounds, hyped him. This guy's going to be good, starts playing good for Arsenal, seen some development there. But apart from that, maybe there wasn't too many other good signings. Then it was so weird. He came to Arsenal and it seemed like all of his contact books in terms of signing high-profile players were just the guys he had at Dortmund, the Socrates, the Mkhitaryan, the little swap deal with Alexis Sanchez. Aubameyang, I could sign Aubameyang if you let me be Arsenal director. Like, anyone can sign Aubameyang. So that was probably the only good signing he made for Arsenal. Then you have guys like Lichtsteiner that he signed. I think people even forgot he did that. So there was a lot of weird things that he did. But at Arsenal, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt as well, and I'll say it was post Wenger. It was post Wenger, and he had Raul Sanyehi also, battling with him to make transfers at the same time. And as I said,
Yeah, it wasn't smooth. It wasn't. There wasn't a
he didn't have full
structure in place,
power
yeah.
really to do much, and that's why the disagreements came. And then when Sané is spending 72 million on Pepe and giving himself 10 million pounds allegedly for the niceties of making that deal, signing guys like Dani Ceballos on loan, and I think Kieran Tierney was probably the only good signing out of that batch over those years. It was a sticky situation for Mislintat, but the signings that he was proven with, and he had about like 8 to 10 transfers, none of them really delivered apart from, you'd say, Aubameyang.
Interesting. AB reminds us of some of the good things he done at Dortmund as well. Dembele, Lewandowski, Obama, Kagawa, Gundogan, Piszczek. There's some names there, bro. There's some names there. So look, it's time to wrap it up, man. We're getting over 2 hours now. So I'm just going to very quickly give my thoughts on it. Look, it seems very, very. I think this will be a massive, massive pivotal indication of where which direction Liverpool are taking, because this is very much a Klopp appointment. I believe this is a Klopp appointment. I believe this is Klopp pushing it. I don't believe the owners have what's the word? Sort of looked at Mislintat as the guy. I think Klopp has advised them to, and this is why it's an indication of where we're going. So it's one to keep an eye on. If Klopp gets his way, then it's very much of the suspicions people are having about having massive influence on the team and the club overall. Of course he should. I get what Noor is saying, and I also get what Zubair is saying in terms of should he have that much power. The whole success of Liverpool has been certain experts and in certain fields that are brilliant at their roles, and as a team, as a combination, it's got us here. So it's a whole massive debate. It's a whole show in itself. But yeah, I think this is an integral part of the Liverpool future now, to see what kind of appointments Jurgen Klopp makes. And we'll have an indication of, this is a Klopp recruitment. You can tell this is a Klopp signing, so to speak. So yeah, man, we keep an eye on that, people. It's been a wonderful, wonderful show. We've given you Brazil versus France in the World Cup final. We've given you the shocks and the rocks all along the way. Today's been a day for Australia to celebrate. Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. Unlucky Tunisia, unlucky Saudi Arabia. And as Noor has in the background, the dream continues for Messi. But hold tight, Richarlison, as Zubairi says. We out of here. Take care, people. Like, subscribe, all of that good stuff.